Got a sativa too.
All right. Welcome back. I believe this is the 6th episode of Space Junk. I've got Michael and Spencer with me, and today we're going to be talking about probably golf to start off with. So the biggest news in golf news is Tiger Woods is done.
Yeah. Tiger Woods, he has passed away. No one's ever going to hear about him again. It's over. He's an old name.
It was syphilis. He just kept having sex with hot women, and it finally caught up to him.
Well, and it's proven with that HBO documentary that came out in January as well. You can definitely see all the women he had sex with, and they specify the lack of protection.
There's so many different documentaries I need to watch. I need to watch that. I need to watch the one about Britney, Framing Britney.
Me too.
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it. Have you guys heard about that?
I heard that she finally got her fucking money. After all these years, she can finally spend her own money.
Dude,
yeah.
Very cool. Leave Britney alone.
Do you remember that whole thing? Yeah. I didn't realize that person was a pioneer.
Yeah.
Because that started like 10 fucking years ago. And now they're coming out with a whole documentary and all these celebrities are like, oh yeah, Britney, yeah, help her out. Like
it's came full circle, man.
Tosh.0 made like a whole episode making fun of that person. And I wonder if he's gonna have a repeat now.
Doubt it.
Dude, he got kind of famous there for a little while.
Yeah.
That guy.
This is like under a fucking sheet. Like he's in his bedroom with a sheet over his head. Leave Britney alone. Like, it's just like, what are you doing? Are you at your parents' house? Like,
God is famous as the ain't nobody got time for that, lady.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, no, that guy got famous too. It's incredible how some of these people. It's a chick now.
Oh, it was a well.
Well, in the video, that chick had a goatee. Right I mean, if she's a chick now,
ain't nobody got time for that.
She's stunning and brave. That's awesome.
I watched it recently, and she's like, I woke up in the middle of the night to get myself a cold pop. I get over the fridge, and I smelled it, and I go, oh, Lord Jesus, there's a fire.
Oh, I'm getting confused with the guy that's like, they're raping everybody over here. Yeah, I'm getting confused.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife.
Yeah.
And hide your husbands, because they raped everybody out in South Central.
you know that lady you're talking about, she's a Tulsa native.
Oh,
yeah, ain't nobody got time?
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. Yep. Yeah, and then it was like a couple days later, her neighbor got on the news, and she's like, "This is bullshit. Everybody's sending her money. I'm her neighbor. I'm just as fucked as her. And I'm sitting here broke as shit." So that was unfortunate.
Man, yeah, that was I think Taj had both of those people on there. Like I've watched quite a bit of Tosh.0, and I'm pretty sure both were brought on, and the other one you were talking about, where had your kids, had your wives, had your husbands. There's like a whole first part of that interview where it's like, we gonna find you. We know what you look like. We coming for you. It's just the best. And so whenever you have that pregame, and then it ends with that famous saying, had your kids, had your wives, it's just 10 times better. You know, like you can watch Helm's Deep from Two Towers. You can start it from when Theoden says, "So it begins," and you can have a great time watching that movie, or you can watch the 2 fucking hours before that fucking happens and really get a full foreplay to what is this amazing climax.
You're 100% right. Like honestly, if the people that made Lord of the Rings did it right, they would have broke that up into 6 movies. They could have made so much more money, because how long is like Twin Towers? Isn't that 3.5 hours?
If you're a fan, it's 3 hours and 20-something minutes. Yeah. Now, if you're a cheapskate that goes for the theatrical version, you might sit just under 3. I think 2 hours and 50 minutes. I think
that sounds
it's a good
right.
30 minutes that go through on the special extended edition. Which, like I said, if you're a fan, like you can't go back from that.
That's how they fucked The Hobbit up, though. Like, hey, let's take this kid's book and make it into so many movies.
And a love story, too, out of it. Like, that was in no way meant for that. Like, it's a kid's book. That doesn't need to be a love story, you know? I mean, I'll let Princess Bride slip a bit, but it's because, like, it's about a grandfather reading this book to his kid, and the kid even hates the romance. But by the end of it, he likes it, and it shows that change, you know what I mean? So, like, it's got its own merits. No.
Speaking of Lord of the Rings,
oh yes,
I don't know if you guys have ever played Risk before.
Yeah,
so we have Lord of the Rings Risk.
I want that so much.
Which is like one of the hardest versions to find. If you get on eBay, it's like $100.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I found it in a resale shop the other day for what was it, like $45, like $50?
Yes, we paid $50 for a board game.
Well, you know
Lord of the
what?
Rings
Money well
board game.
spent.
Oh no, it totally was money well spent. Me and her have just been playing it by ourselves, and I've
like
been
that.
like ruining our relationship. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but
I've
no,
got-
yeah.
10,000 strong from Isengard coming this way.
we'll play, and she's like, "Why do you hate me?"
Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell?
Dude, that's the best. Like,
Oh,
I used to
man.
play Risk, just the regular version or whatnot, but I didn't have anybody to play with. So I would just set up the figures, and I would use the little clear boxes to like make like forts and shit, and I would put that, and I would get a small piece of chalk, and it probably just this big, and I would go from one side of the table to the other side and just throw it. I'd be like, and we're shooting over here. Then all of a sudden, like 8 people go down. I'm like, ah, shit, oh god, how are we gonna recover from that? Go across the other side of the table. Bam! Oh, who could have seen that coming? Like, that's how I would play
Your parents
Risk.
are like looking in, and they're like, "We need to get him some friends."
Yeah. No, I had a babysitter actually at the time, and it was actually a very attractive babysitter. I was just
God,
too
you
young.
had a hot babysitter?
Yeah.
I had a fat elderly woman named Peaches.
I want to say, I don't know if it's more fun to have a very attractive one that you like secretly have a crush on and are awkward around, or one that you would have absolutely no attraction to and just make shit easier.
Yeah.
Like we tried to make Scooby snacks. I had a Scooby-Doo book. I was like 10 years old, and they had a recipe in there to make perfect Scooby snacks. I was like, let's do this. And she was like, sounds good. We tried to make it and everything. And like throughout all the chaos and everything, we end up getting, you can't even get it off the pan. Like, we didn't spray something down, we didn't do something right. And by the end of it, she's like, I'm so sorry, this. And honestly, I was kind of upset, because I was like, Dad, I really want some fucking Scooby snacks. But the fact that she did it wrong and she was sexy, it was like, oh, yeah, whatever, this. I didn't need Scooby snacks,
Oh yeah,
it's fine.
No, being hot definitely makes up for all your mistakes. It's like, it's fine. I don't care. I'm very hungry. I haven't eaten all day. You've burned everything you've tried to cook, but it's okay. We're fine. We can have more Cheerios.
Yeah,
It's
just
okay.
just stay a little more in the sunlight, if you
Yeah.
don't mind. Thank you. Yeah.
No, but I will say I grew love towards Peaches. I think I was like 5 or 6 years old. And I should also preface, I was rich when I was a little kid.
Okay.
Like, we had a nanny. That was a nanny, not a babysitter.
yeah.
And she
Good
took
stuff.
me everywhere, man. She took me to her house. I met her kids. Her kids bullied me. It was okay, though, because Peaches was not. She took me to black
I
church.
mean, Peaches was hanging out with you all day instead of taking care of her kids. So you
Yeah.
got,
They're
there's some
probably
resentment
pissed at
there.
you.
They
Yeah.
resented me a little bit. They
You're
did.
the kid she wants.
So you that white kid she been hanging out with. Fuck you.
She making cookies all day for your ass.
Yeah, it's like, I haven't seen my mom all week. She's making you oatmeal every goddamn day. She took you to your fucking band recital.
Come home talking about you. She didn't ask me how school was.
She cut up my strawberries into little triangles. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. Dude, I love Peaches.
Peaches.
It was so funny. And like, my mom would be like yelling at my dad. She's like, Kelly, quit drinking beer. And she'd always like run to my dad's defense and be like, Miss Elaine, he worked hard. Let him have a beer.
She knew how to keep it going. It's like, just make sure the man's happy. He's the one who's giving me the money.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah. I did so how old are your daughters?
We have Charlotte, who's 7, and Ava, who is 3.
Have you done anything dumb like get one of your kids a motorcycle yet?
No motorcycles.
Well, I'm
No.
stupid.
I built a bed, but yeah, no motorcycles.
So Cora just had. Oh, dude, that's awesome. You like a bunk bed, like a loft bed?
yeah,
badass
like
bed.
a big ass loft
Looks
bed.
good.
I
Yeah.
thought about building one of those, and then
Yeah.
I was like, I'll buy one instead.
You know what's funny is the fact that you're moving. Now, I bet it's funny that you'd be like,
Yeah.
well, I wish I had just kept that disassembled.
I hope it fucking fits.
Because it's huge.
It's giant.
It's up there. I mean, it's a
Is
sturdy.
it a built-in bed?
Yeah, no, it's like, what do you mean by built-in?
Like built into the wall? Like did you
so
fasten it to the
has,
wall?
It's the legs are 4x4, so it's like it's thick.
Yeah.
It's
Solid.
a thick girl, and then
Dude,
it's
that's
got
awesome.
2x12s for the frame around the bed, and it's
7
kind of
feet
mortise
high.
and tendon together. Yeah, not quite 7. It's I can't remember how big it is, but it's a full size mattress, and built a ladder up to it and everything. The fans like right in the fucking way. I posted the shit on Reddit on r/woodworking. And I was like,
And
oh,
they
this is
were
going to
all
be
like-
great. This is going to be great. Everyone's going to think, oh, you did such a good job. This is great. So I took the picture, and the angle from the picture makes it looks like the fan's like right above her head, right? So
God.
I got like 200 fucking comments of everyone just shitting all over.
You're gonna decapitate your children.
Were you one of them, motherfucker? No.
You must hate your kids.
It was literally, she's going to get her hair cut and rip it off, but it's like covering her like that much of the end of the bed.
Oh my god.
I mean,
It was
like,
a bunch
yeah,
of dog shit.
obviously, yeah, the fan will stay off, you know, but it is funny because technically, if it was made for the room, maybe you'd put it like a foot lower, maybe, but it was made to the spec in the garage. It's like, it looks perfect, it's nice. It's just that the freaking ceiling's about a foot too fucking short for that. So I'm thinking the next place you go,
oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
if you get
you
some
can
sort of
swipe
like a
one way and see
vaulted
more.
ceiling, I don't know where their room, I don't know.
Here's the deal. I put these like adjustable feet on the bottom of it though, so you don't have to have everything
I will
perfectly
say,
level.
Gotcha.
You can cut them off.
It does look. It does kind of look like that fan is hovered above the bed. It's a nice looking bed though.
There's other
Well-
pictures where it looks like it's over her fucking face, dude.
Yeah.
Like the angle of the pictures was bad. But
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was totally going to do that because, like, I watched a couple different videos on how to make your own bunk bed.
Sure.
I was thinking about, like, how are we going to do it? Am I going to do it built-in? Am I going to build it to where it can be moved around? And once I, like, did all the figuring of, like, how much it was going to cost, I was like, man, for, like, the same money, I'll just buy one.
yeah.
So, I mean, but hey, props to you, and that's
man.
awesome. I'm glad you built it. I've built some stuff around here, and after I got done building it, you know, it cost a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's your
And it
wine
takes like
holder?
6 months.
Oh, my wine rack?
Yes.
I've not put it up anywhere. I
Why
made
not?
a whole
It's
video.
beautiful. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
it's out in the garage. If Morgan could go grab it, I'll show you.
Oh
Yeah, it's out in the garage right now.
You're
But
gonna fetch the loft bed too?
Thanks,
go
Morgan.
fetch the loft bed.
You pop that cork as well.
Thankfully, I have hired help here.
Yes.
She allows me to call her my girlfriend.
She allows it between the hours of, you know.
She's
8 to
actually
8.
my cousin, but I'm like, listen, everybody,
It's gonna seem weird if it's cousins.
everybody thinks we're together.
You can just put your arm around my shoulder. It'll probably pass.
Oh, it's in the laundry room. I just remembered.
You fucked it up.
No, this guy starts out his video saying, he's like, hey, you know, let's make a wall mount for your TV. And so he's like, oh yeah, so this is how you make a wall mount for your TV. And he's like, this is what I kind of want it to look like. And he goes to put it on the wall, and it damn thing falls and breaks immediately. And it cuts over to him, and it's got the TV on top of the workbench, and it's just like shit. It's like, it doesn't look good. And he's drinking a beer, and he's like, well, how about we just go ahead and make a wine rack instead? So then his first line out the
A
video,
wine rack.
Oh, that's cool.
dude,
shit.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, it's super easy. I made it out of scrap wood.
Sure.
Dude, 2x4s, a little bit of stain.
I like how you kind of
little bit of
hollowed
hardwood.
that out. Yeah. What'd
Yeah.
you use to hollow it out?
I just used my drill, and
Sure.
it was actually a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a pretty quick little process from the video I watched, but
Yeah.
nah, man, it took a little while.
It helped to have some sharp chisels that you could use to kind of tap some of it out with. But yeah,
I'm
that's
learning
badass.
that now as I'm getting into woodworking that I should just have chisels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to go to a place where you find stuff that's like resale, though. Like if you go to fucking Home Depot and you buy all the shit you need, it's just so expensive.
You're going to overpay.
Yeah.
Used tools work just as good.
And they're fucking
especially
everywhere.
hand tools.
Yeah, like estate sales, or there's an auction out in Claremore I always go to, and
Yeah,
it's
dude.
just like used tools.
I'd say,
everything, almost all of my tools in my shop are secondhand that I got from that fucking auction.
Like what percent? Like 60% of what's in your garage?
Oh shit, tool wise, like
Yeah.
90%
Wow,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Including
I've
table
done it a few
saws,
times.
band
It's
saws,
awesome.
sanders, fucking everything. The vise on my bench, all 3 vices that I have, like all sorts of stuff.
I got like a little baby vice.
those are the woodworking vices, not the personal vices. That's like 25. So
One of my
Yeah.
neighbors came over to my house and he totally fucking shamed me. He's like,
Oh God.
he's like, what's this little vice for? To hold some wire?
that's for lock picking, motherfucker.
I had to tell him, I was like, I didn't buy it. It was a gift. Somebody got it for me. They didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Should have told him it's big enough to hold your dick.
That's right.
It's so funny.
We heard you was crooked. Come on over here.
We've got the exact same house. It's the exact same layout and everything, so we're constantly flexing on each other. Like, he's a better lawnsman than I am, so he's always, like, doing the fertilizer flex. But then...
Hey, you just got some fresh mulch over here.
You should go take a shit in his yard. Be like, hey, I fertilize your yard for you, motherfucker.
fucking welcome.
Yeah. He goes out there to, like, try and spread some fucking shit, and he's like,
Enjoy
what's
the
in here?
sprouts. That's awesome.
Yeah, one day he asked me to help him with his shed, and I was like, dude, I'm all over that. I would love to help you build that shed. And he was like, really? I was like, really? I was like, give me about 30 minutes. I'll be over there. And then my dumbass spaced. And I left to go do a podcast with these guys.
Oh, no.
And so I got home that
That's
night.
3
and
hours.
I looked at his backyard, and it was done. And I just texted. I was like, I'm sorry, man.
Fucked up, bro.
You didn't need me anyway. Why'd you ask for my help?
Yeah, he's got his pregnant wife out there holding shit up.
Their first child, 4 years old, just like, hey,
Crippled father had to come by to fucking help out.
just ruined a childhood by
God.
not showing up.
That was funny though. Oh man, no, I'm trying to figure out a way. Oh, no, I'm fucking up. I'm trying to figure out a way to throw some video up on here. I'm sorry for everybody watching this. I'm still figuring shit out. I'm still learning shit.
Ooh.
Oh, we got wine now?
Already
Hell
got
yeah.
wine.
And what is this kind again?
Zen.
The what?
Zen.
Oh, Zen.
Zen wine.
Zen Fandale. I'm a Zen
You,
fan.
you drink wine?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm a Zen fan.
I'm
The
a
wine,
Zen
glass
fan,
of wine.
brother.
What does the shit call it?
Zen Fandale and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Hell
a
yeah.
sequel waiting to happen.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't have any more.
All right. I think I'm fucking up. I don't know what I'm doing.
Man, the Zen Fandales are so like casual on your palate. We'll go get like Merlots or Cabernet Sauvignons, dude, and it just like owns your tongue. The minute it gets on there, it's like this tongue is now a fucking carpet. It is dry. This is this. You know, I don't mind. Like I kind of sit in the middle of the Pinot Noir, but
Yep.
this it hits very easily. Almost to the point where you could probably drink it like water and it
You
would.
like that?
Yeah,
I thought of you when I bought it.
Yeah, did you?
Remember we tried that Zen at that restaurant?
It was so good. Wasn't it? Oh, was it waterfront grill? Yeah. I almost went over there today because they had the half off
Oh yeah.
sushi and wine.
That day you can get in trouble.
Dangerous.
All right.
Drop $30 and you're like a bottle and a half in, and 16 sushi pieces later, you're supposed to get home after that. You're supposed to get home after that. Like they expect to give you a ticket and you leave safely, and you're like, what are you thinking? Obviously,
Dude,
That's not gonna
restaurants like
happen.
that, they don't give a shit if you get too drunk. You cannot get overserved at a sushi house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, you big American, you take all the sake.
Take all the sake. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen the pictures of
You take all the sake, you leave all the tip.
Same thing with this Mexican restaurant we go to. You cannot get overserved there. They gave us a 60-ounce margarita, and they're like, you
God damn it.
fine.
You're fine.
60 ounce, holy shit.
Hey.
Yeah, you're not even legally allowed to sell that much liquor in
No,
one glass and give it to
no.
one person, but they're like, nobody's
It's so
looking.
true. But isn't it such a fucking hassle whenever you do try to order something like that and you're the only person out there ordering for the group and they're like, we need you to have another person here.
We
so
need
that
6
can-"
IDs
I'm like,
to
look,
order this
motherfucker.
drink.
Hey, Spencer, pop over to this side of the screen. I was just going to show you something.
Oh, sure.
Michael's already seen it.
He
Yeah.
all leans over. He's like, what?
Okay,
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
here we go.
Skynet. All right.
All right, hopefully this plays right.
Like that?
Skynet from freaking Resident Evil.
Terminator.
To what?
Terminator.
Oh, it's from Terminator. Oh, shit. Okay. I was like, that sounds so familiar.
I think this is it.
What are you going for? Was that french fries? What was that?
It's like bags of chicken and you put it in the sauce, but the chicken's not cooked. I thought it was cooked. And I don't like raw chicken.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I just realized you didn't have headphones on, so you couldn't hear that, could you?
No, but I can see it.
I could hear it in here. That's why I took them off. I was like, wow, this got loud for a second. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That wine tastes
Yeah,
really
but
bad, I figured
So I'm a stupid person,
well,
and
I'm
I
plugging
like
it
to
in
make
so you can
stupid
give it a second to
videos.
prop. It's a good texture.
I've been fucking around on the TikTok here for a little while, so
Time is running out.
So if you guys don't already follow me on TikTok, I'm on there as Twisty Nips. That's Twisty Nips with 2 P's, all one word.
Because he's got 2 nipples.
Yeah.
I have 4, so get fucked.
I mean, you could. You
No,
actually
it's
do?
It's true,
Do
it's true.
100%.
Are they right here?
Nope,
No,
nope.
they're like
There's
that.
just like
They're
2,
like a little
and then
bit
there's
lower.
2.
Oh, dude, you got cool nipples.
The fact that I know where your extra nipples are is
I love
already
it,
sort
yeah.
of like a
Do they?
red
But
flag.
do they look like nipples or do they look like
One
moles?
of them 100% is another nipple. It gets cold and hard and shit.
Oh, that's all, dude. You have to show it.
I tried to get it
You have
pierced.
to
They
show
wouldn't
it.
pierce it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man, but I'm fat now.
No, it's okay, but you have to show because you can't.
Listen,
Listen, bro, you cannot talk about your crazy nipples and not show it on the podcast.
So one of them looks like a nipple. The other one, Morgan gives me shit. She's
Hey,
like, that's not a real nipple.
Michael.
I'm like, hey, fuck you. It's
Good
got nipple
person
hair.
to invite for the
It's
podcast.
I
got
told you
fucking
he's one in a
nipple hair.
million.
Hey.
So you're saying you've got 3 actual, definitely nipples,
No,
and then
I'm saying if you say that, you can go fuck yourself. I have 4 nipples.
The 4th is a nipple, though it don't get hard. Okay,
It's got nipple hair,
it's
so
fine.
it's fucking. All right, so am I centered up? You can show my
Yeah, yeah,
tits
yeah.
off.
Okay.
Even though I was taking my tits out for the fucking podcast.
didn't realize.
oh,
One, that's a real
Oh.
one. See that little fucking teeth?
it does. It's got little. It's
Damn.
an areola,
It's got it.
Dude, it
got an
lactates if you
areola.
suck hard enough on it.
Bam.
and then
You
that,
bums.
dude. That you can
Sit down, get fucked. See it? It's got nipple hair.
the
It's a
hair on
nipple.
it too.
It's
It's a
true.
nipple.
That's true.
Thank you so much.
4.
You have added probably 50% of the value to this podcast
Half the views are for just the 5
Yeah.
seconds we
That
just,
makes
we
sense.
just covered.
My nipples have added
Thank
like
you
50%
so
of my
much.
quality of life.
Oh my god,
yeah.
I'm in your debt for letting me use your body as a prop.
It's just Ripley is
For
right here,
views.
man. It's just like, believe it or not.
I'm gonna drink some more wine.
He's like, do we have more wine? More wine, please.
I'm just starting to think, like, well, I know this is a little probably too far, but if it was like cold, at the same time, I'm picturing like bump here, bump here, bump here, bump here, and then if you were having an erection at the same time, you're looking at a constellation of like stars that would poke out of this
Yeah,
of this
dude.
attire. It's like,
You know,
do.
That's why my
You're
porn
like,
name's Orion. So
Boom,
that
yes.
actually makes me
Makes
think of
sense.
something. We were driving the other night and we were thinking about this. Like, what if everyone in the world was freckly? Well, there would be a completely different set of biometric security measures out there. You would have laser constellation recognition software where you could look at the constellation of freckles on someone and be like, oh, well, that is so and so.
there'd be people like tattooing freckles on their fucking
Yeah,
face
so
to get
identity
away from it.
change. Yeah, dude, totally. That'd be crazy.
How weird is it that people like me exist? And then not everybody is that way.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean,
You know?
I'm
I
personally
mean, like soulless gingers. Is that what you?
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. No,
I'm
I have
10
plenty of
times
souls.
more.
You haven't seen my basement yet.
Take a look. We got bags of souls down there. I personally am 10 times more attracted to a chick that has freckles, and usually it follows with the red
Yeah.
hair as well, which
It's a kink.
makes it like 10 times
Yeah,
fun.
we're crazy.
It's not a kink.
Green eyes though too.
I think it'd be like the same as like in a brunette.
Yeah.
You know, like I like a redhead, and every redhead's gonna have freckles. I don't care who you are. It's gonna happen.
But here's the thing, though, is like
Natural.
You have to admit, face freckles right here. That's cute. That's hot. Chest freckles.
kisses.
Chest
They're
freckles.
angel
Gross.
kisses. If they're
That's
up here, they're
gross.
angel kisses. But like if they're over here, it's just freckles.
Yeah.
That's the way that my mom put
But
it.
I'm trying to make a distinction right now. You definitely don't like a chick that's actually got freckles like on her boobs.
Why not?
You like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I just didn't think that was a thing.
Dude, the
Oh,
trick
no,
is
no,
you just
that's
got
completely
nah,
cool.
You got to find out whatever the girl's insecure about. Like, oh, I got freckly tits,
And
and
then
then wants to
love
see them. Fucking love it, and then it's game
It's
over.
fine.
And yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
The legs don't get further
You like my
apart.
deformity?
Oh, what do you,
one
what
of
do you
the
not
best
like about
jokes-
yourself? Okay.
One of the best jokes
Bet.
that I've ever
I like
heard
it.
my entire life, I heard when I was like 7 years old. I think I was in first or second grade.
Sounds
and
traumatic.
Oh no! Without a doubt, it's the best joke and it's the best diss I've ever heard against myself.
Oh my god.
This kid, Richard Pickle, his name was Dick Pickle. His name was Dick Pickle.
That's already set up so perfect.
I was making fun of him because of his name, because I think I had heard that day from my parents that Richard and Dick were synonymous names. And at first grade, I was like, I know what a dick is.
Get ready to get fucked, Richard.
He goes, oh, yeah? Well, you look like somebody threw a turd at you through a screen door. And it's, here I am, 23 years later, still suffering from that burn. I think about it all the time.
Shit.
I think about it all the time. It's the most accurate description of what a freckly person looks like.
Well, sure, but at the same time, like it's more red freckle. I feel like there's a redness to it. So like immediately,
They ate a whole bunch of beets and then took a
yes,
shit and then do it.
my thought process is are they okay? Because if that just came out of them and it could match the redness of freckles, you might need to see a doctor immediately.
Oh, yeah.
But second of all, it can't get better than that. That's the perfect.
Over the
Like,
course of the years, my
saturated
freckles on my
dish.
face have reddened up and they've started to match my skin tone. But like, if you look at my arm freckles, they're still pretty brown. Yeah.
Do you feel like they were redder at one point? Do you feel like they've always been that?
No, when I
color?
was a kid, they were shit brown. I was covered in shit brown freckles. I was that super freckly kid. You could not mistake it. It was on my face.
You could go play in the mud and no one would notice.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. No, and that's. I went home that day and I was like, he's fucking right. It does look like someone threw shit
Through a screen door.
It looks exactly like
Every
that.
time you open a screen door now, you're just waiting for shit to hit you.
Yeah,
And no one's
every time I see a screen door, I'm like,
Screen
God
doors.
damn it,
I punch it.
you
I hate you, screen door.
bullshit.
That's too funny. Oh my god.
Oh my
I
god.
never knew that was pickle.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. You
Oh, you
know
knew
Richard.
Pickle?
Yeah, we worked with him.
Oh
He
my
ended
God.
up not being a successful human being, and he,
Because he
the
was a
name
dick
like
pickle.
Richard?
He's
Wow.
okay. He's just an alcoholic. He's okay.
oh yeah, no.
They function sometimes.
His story gets dark.
Oh wow.
He turned out to not be a nice guy.
Hey, but before you get too far, though, we're talking about Dick Pickle. One of the guys I work for, his name is Richard Payne. Dick Payne!
I love
Dude,
it.
that's
continue.
awesome. That's awesome.
Dude, that's amazing.
So you were telling me that you just got done shooting shotguns today?
No, that was last Friday.
Well, still,
today's
that's pretty recent.
So yeah,
I'm jealous.
Yeah, there's a place called Tulsa Gun Club.
Okay.
And we went like an industry event, and it was really cool. You go, so there's like shooting skeet, which you kind of stand still and they throw them all over the place.
That's fun.
But there's sporting clays where you walk from station to station, you press a remote control, and the fuckers like fly out and you shoot them and stuff. Some of them are rabbits and they bounce on the fucking ground and all that sort of shit.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's
I've
really
only
cool.
shot
You
I
shoot
never-
50
like twice.
shots. So you go out there and you shoot 50 times, because they give you 2 boxes of shells.
Were you
which is like
good?
50. I beat everybody on our fucking team.
What?
Yeah, it would. I'm not
That's just
great.
a
I
normal
shot
lost
33
quality.
out of 50. But like, this is the second or third time I've shot in like the last 10 years. But growing up, I lived on a fucking dead-end road between Oologah, Oklahoma, and Claremore, Oklahoma.
Just past a lawnmower renovator shop, right? That's how I know where your turn is. This is right after the lawnmower.
Oh
place.
yeah, but that's like 5 or 6 miles out. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
off the highway before you start going in.
169.
That's right. But when I'd come home, I rode the bus home from school every day, and it would take like an hour and 10 minutes. So I'd get home at like 4:10, 4:15 every day. And I had 2 neighbors that were close by, and they were both in like their 80s. So there was no kids, no nothing. But we had a shotgun shell reloader. So
Oh.
I would come home. We lived in kind of the Verdigris River Valley off that dead end road. So I'd come home, and I'd run fucking home so I had enough time for the sun to be still up. And I would reload like 20 or 25 or 30 shotgun shells for my 20 gauge. Dad got me a 20 gauge when I was like 9 years old, and that was my gun.
That's a good gun to start with.
And
yeah.
it was a pump. It was badass. It was a youth series, so it was a little bit shorter. But I'd come home, I'd load up a bunch of shells, and then I'd walk down through the pasture down to the river, and I'd murder every fucking bird that I saw along the way. And that's kind of what I ended up doing. It
There's
was
something about holding a gun. You just want to kill stuff you see.
yeah, and no,
If it's
like my
moving.
dad
I
was
totally
like, yeah,
see
kill
what
it.
those liberals are talking about.
Dude, growing up, my dad was like, I like killing shit. Makes me feel like God. And I'm like, all right, cool, me too. Why not? Let's go kill shit.
child that.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you
His dad
something,
is
son.
fucking
When you kill something, you feel like God.
Yeah.
And that's it's gonna be your religion for the next at least 15 years or so.
My dad was a fucking pirate, man. I was raised by pirates.
His dad is a
How old
definition
were you
of
the
a
first
pirate
time you
that's in a
killed an
landlocked
animal?
area.
An animal? I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah, probably
like
me too.
fishing.
I still haven't.
Yeah.
You've never killed any animal.
Well, if I remember, I hit a deer once. I'm pretty sure it died later.
Yeah.
No,
You've never gone hunting?
You're a fuck.
No, I
You've
mean,
never fished?
I literally.
You've never fished. Those are animals
Okay.
That's what I was
too.
saying.
I have
fish
fished,
counts
but
early on.
you throw them back.
You've
take
never
it home and
eaten a
eat
fish
'em.
you caught?
No, well, okay, I take it back. You're right. You are right. On one vacation, we went on a cruise down to Cozumel, and I was like 13 years old.
I feel like he thought the question I was asking was like, how many cats and dogs have you murdered?
well, the thing is
You gotta go to Cozumel to fucking kill a fish. I don't
no,
know.
Yeah.
well, because I killed a shark. And I killed 2 sharks, and we ate
You're
both
going
of the
to hell.
sharks.
No, you're
they
going to
were
hell.
about 3.5 feet long. They weren't like fully grown or anything, which made me feel worse about it. But sure enough, I caught 2 sharks, and we did end up taking them home and eating them for a couple of weeks afterwards in our summer vacation.
I've heard that shark fin soup is very popular.
Shark fin soup right now is probably one of the like caviar.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts. So much
I
to the
don't
point to where
actually think
they're having to like regulate shit because
Yeah.
over in Japan
Yeah.
and over there like. Which I know it's stereotypical to say, oh, they fucking the wares. But no, like they're fucking the sharks,
dolphin.
and they will throw the sharks off
That's
the
the thing.
entire thing.
They don't eat the whole shark.
And that's what's fucked up.
They grab. It's like taking an elephant, cutting its tusks off, but like killing it afterwards.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
Just leaving
The
it
fucking
there.
sharks are gonna.
That's
die,
pretty fucked.
you
And,
know?
and honestly,
No, okay.
I'm convinced that shark fin doesn't actually taste that good. I think that it's like a it's like a power
Yeah.
thing. Like you're
Yeah.
taking the shark's power. They're almost eating the shark fin soup as a medicinal kind of thing.
Well, the thing is, they're not even using just the top fin. They use the like side
Dorsal
fins too.
fin.
Dorsal
Well, I
fins
would
and shit,
hope.
too.
I mean, if they're cutting one fin off, they
Yeah,
might
but
as
they
well
just
cut all
leave
of
it.
them
Sure.
off.
But
Take
can you
this thing
imagine
up
if
there
you
to
tried to get the
die.
top fin and you get like the side fin and you're like, excuse me? Excuse me. This looks like a dorsal fin.
It's like, are you sure this is a shark fin? This could be dolphin.
Oh no, dolphins.
I'm not
No,
sure about
no.
this right here. I don't know if I want to pay $80 for this. It looks like something he used to go right.
I'm one of those people though. Like if a significant portion of the population is convinced that shark fin soup is good, I'm gonna try it.
Of course.
I'm gonna try it.
See, my thing, man.
That makes
like,
sense.
Aside from organs, every part of a chicken tastes like fucking chicken. So
Yeah.
like, does the fin taste different from the fucking like tail? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that whenever I had shark, it was the most like the only thing that I can compare it to that has its own fucking for sure taste is squid. Like if you have squid or calamari,
I think squid and calamari and octopus taste like nothing.
Like-
It tastes like rubber and water.
if it's not done right.
I mean,
if
it tastes
there's
like
no
the
seasoning and
seasonings
stuff
you put
to
on
it,
it.
Well,
like
yeah,
if they
if
cook
you
it
put
shitty-
seasoning on it, it tastes like the seasoning. But,
Well, but that's most thing. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, I suck at cooking.
I mean,
so, like,
chicken
I don't
and
know.
beef, they definitely got a flavor.
I depend on the seasonings. Like
Yeah.
whenever I cook chicken and stuff, I'm laying on the Monterey fucking shit. Like it's gonna taste like that. It's just gonna have some substance to
Anytime
it.
I
Like,
have
can't help it.
calamari, I just feel like that's an excuse to have breading. You know?
Okay.
Like,
it's like a chicken, but like a little bit better.
It's like
chicken
everyone's
chicken
sitting in the kitchen. They're like, we would all really like to deep fry something and eat it. What do we have? We have
Yeah.
these rubber bands. Do it.
Throw it in there. Fuck it.
Throw it in there. Fuck it.
People will pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like shark. Well, shark had like an inherent salty taste to it, which you would imagine everything you catch in the fucking sea. But it was also like a chicken it was almost like a chicken in between chicken and salmon. Like salmon, if you cook it just right, it just falls apart. It's not
yeah.
a big deal. Very easily with a fork, you can get through it. With chicken, even if it's cooked perfectly, you're not getting through it just barely with a fork. Now with the shark, it was kind of like a little, like if I can, with this, it's like just a little bit of pressure, and you would be able to get through it and push down, and it was just cutting through it. My dad did overcook it though, and I do know this because Gordon Ramsay told me that.
Yeah.
But
if Gordon said it, then you're probably an asshole.
no, like he's the father we should all have. And but I did have it. It was great. We cooked it afterwards when we got back home to the apartment.
Have
and
you
stuff.
guys ever
like,
had testicles?
Like
bull balls.
Bull balls.
So
lamb fries.
my wife
mountain,
Morgan,
mountain clams or whatever.
she used to work at Toby Keith's at the casino.
Oh yeah, they had the balls there.
That's right.
That's
they
where
were
I
told-
had the balls.
You have training, right, to be a server at a restaurant, and they tell you how to respond to certain questions and things. So if somebody says, "Hey, excuse me, what are calf fries?" you have to respond, "Bull balls." And
Bull
that's
balls.
The quote. Yeah.
Because if you were to say cow balls, it would sound crazy.
That's right.
Bull balls.
Cows ain't got no balls.
Yeah, cow balls.
It makes sense.
Have you ever had them?
Yeah, I've had
So-
at least bull balls. Maybe I've had other things too. I don't know.
So
I have a lot of rednecks.
I was
in-laws,
drunk, it was
so
dark.
We eat a
he's
lot
like,
of shit.
thought it was
listen,
chicken."
I was in college. I was trying to discover myself. I didn't like it, but I had to try it.
He said he would write the rest of my essay, and I didn't ask questions.
Yeah.
He said
he said he would pass me, and I needed the degree. No, I've had bull balls one time, and I got pressured into it. I sat down and ate with him at Toby Keith's, and he was having the bull balls,
Yeah.
the fried bull balls, and he was like,
Did
and
you
I-
feel like you were getting hit on?
no, I knew what they were, and he like kind of gave them to me. He was like, "Want some bull balls?"
You want some
In
nuts
his head,
your
he's like,
mouth?
"We'll start him out with this to
Yeah,
see if he
yeah.
likes it."
And-
Do you like testicles in your mouth?
I'd never had them, and I didn't really want to have them. And I was like, "Nah, I'm good." He goes, "No, have a few. I've got a lot. I'm not going to eat all these." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm waiting on my food to come."
I'll watch you eat him.
And then he looked like the sadness came over him, and he was like,
Nah. You're breaking my heart.
"You don't want to have any of my." And it was almost like I was shaming him that he was eating it.
Yeah.
He was like, "Really, you don't want to eat no?"
Insulted by the lack of balls you were eating.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
so-
he really wanted to have nuts in the mouth.
If he's gonna have nuts in his mouth and you don't, it's now.
But
a
genuinely,
weird thing.
I felt that I was shaming him and his feelings were hurt that I didn't eat some of his balls.
in that situation, I would have totally eaten some. Because
So I
I'd be
ate
like,
some
oh,
of
I
his
feel
balls.
bad. Yeah.
I'll have it half a ball. Yeah, sure.
And so I was like, what
But don't
the
hit on
hey,
me
I'll
after
try
this.
it. So
I'm breaking
Sorry,
the
only
ball.
nuts going in my
I
mouth.
grabbed-
Don't
yeah.
fucking do that. But
I grabbed a huge old fucking testicle.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I dipped it in that sauce and I tried it and I was like, you know what? These are actually pretty good.
Now, okay. Now, I want to ask because I haven't experienced that. Did they explode in your mouth?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Did-
'cause
So the
Did the nut
first
buzz?
one was
I'm
good.
afraid of that happening. Is what's
The
wrong.
first one was good, and I was like, okay, well, that just tastes like fried goodness. It just tastes like deep fried something.
something that would be on the buffet.
Yeah,
at a
it could be a
Chinese
gizzard, it
restaurant.
could
Flour,
be beef, it could be,
seasoning,
you
all
know,
that
it could,
shit.
yeah, it's just a whole bunch of shit going on. I was like,
Sounds
oh,
scary.
these are pretty good. So I grabbed a second one, and I grabbed that one, and I bit into it, and it was a little crunchy. I was like, I don't think
That was
one
a
was.
left. That was a left testicle.
Yeah, I don't think
that was one
was
of D's
empty.
nuts.
Oh,
Oh.
that one had been
Yeah,
edging itself.
Yeah, that one was not empty at the time of frying.
Was
It
it-
had some
what-
extra things crystallizing inside of it, and it was hard.
They were blue.
It kind
It
of
had an
hurt my
agenda.
tooth a little bit. And I was like, okay. Now my opinion of these bull balls is 50-50.
Yeah.
And
I'm
I'm
starting
not
to see
willing to
this.
put more bull balls in my mouth. I've done it, so you should be happy now that I've shamed myself.
I'm extremely proud.
Well, you had a preconceived notion of like the capabilities of the ball, and with your first ball, that was it was consistent with your initial thought process. But the second ball showed that there was a whole spectrum outside of your
There's a
thought
whole spectrum of
that
how those balls
you
could
hadn't
have
even
turned
thought
out.
of, and to know that it could possibly go all of that direction is just not worth it the next time. Now all of a sudden
Yeah.
the odds were against you. You didn't even know the odds fully.
Yeah, I didn't know
All
if
of a
it could get worse than that.
Yeah.
Possibly. You know, it definitely could have
would
got worse than that.
expect so.
I only had 2, which
Yeah.
is the maximum amount of balls you should ever have in your mouth at
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, yeah.
God, can you
I think
imagine
so.
more than 2 balls in your mouth?
Well, like I it seems like I haven't even watched porn where there's more than 2 balls
doesn't
in a,
even
in a
happen.
mouth. Like,
When
have
I
you
was in
seen
high
4 in
school-
one before? I've
No,
never
man.
seen
When I was in
that.
high school, there's these guys who always
sounds
talked a bunch of
nuts.
shit, and they said, "No, man, the way to really go about it, you don't just get your dick in there. You get your dick and your nuts in there."
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, that was a whole big thing.
I've not done
So-
that yet. Morgan, you listening? Watch out.
Oh shit.
But not my Morgan. Just FYI.
Yeah, my
This is Tyler's Morgan. We're
This
talking
is
to
my-
here.
Oh, dude, we forgot about you June bugs.
Oh yeah, we got
Well,
all sorts of
dude,
shit.
Not everyone did.
I didn't.
I'm gonna
How'd
grab these
you like
June
that,
bugs and some
Morgan?
more wine. Here I come.
Get it,
Did you like that?
get it done.
Was it good?
That was fun.
Fucking good. There you go, man.
Oh, dude, these are fucking huge.
It's full of cream cheese, right?
Oh my.
Those were the
You made
biggest
these?
goddamn jalapenos I'd ever seen in my life. I went to Reese's.
Yeah, but I made dinner too. Okay. Oh my God.
They were the
Thank
biggest
you.
fucking jalapenos I'd ever seen. They looked like goddamn
They're jalapeno business.
or something. But yeah, stuffed them with cream
I'm
cheese
excited.
that was seasoned with a bunch of shit,
By
and
the
then
way-
really good thick real bacon that I got from Sprouts or somewhere like that.
What is that?
Cream cheese.
Hey,
So
hey,
you get
well,
fucked, but
hey.
you can eat. So
Hey.
like take it. The cream cheese is see how the consistency.
Fills it in there.
Split
Yeah,
it open,
I heard your
scrape it
dinner's
out,
ready.
eat the rest.
You can saw the rest of it. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
Yeah, it'd be good.
I
wanna have
personally,
one.
I'm not a
gonna
huge
take this one off the
Don't
top.
need a toothpick. So other than that, you're good to go.
dude. Oh my god, I saw something where someone had put someone's face into a birthday cake, and there was toothpicks in there that were keeping the layered cake together.
And it stabbed him in the
In the
eyeball.
fucking eyeball. Did you see
In
it?
the
Did you see
No,
it?
I'm just guessing it's
No,
not terrible.
yeah,
Get
of course.
fucked.
The only reason I'm
No.
talking about it is because that's what fucking happened, right? I mean, Jesus Christ. They put it down in there, and yeah, she's in the fucking hospital on her fucking birthday, just after having blown out all the fucking candles. I wonder what the fucking wish was. It's not coming fucking true. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah.
I hope you
kn-
didn't wish for better eyesight.
I hope you didn't wish for having an extra like $5,000 fucking dollars because you're about to pay all that shit to get your fucking eye fixed immediately. I can't believe it. Oh my god, it's too hot. It's too hot. Oh my god.
It busted.
Oh my god, there's fucking nuts in my mouth are too fucking bad. Oh god, I didn't expect it to be so fucking full.
It's
Funny you got the headset on, so you can hear it.
Dude, your June bugs are ready to blow, man.
Is that a stain on your pants?
It's a Ross thing.
So you ate a jalapeno, which put some cream in your mouth, and what'd that do? That put some cream in your pants.
Oh my god.
And I think that we can all learn something about Tyler because of that little equation.
Oh man. You guys want to smoke weed?
We should take a small pause. I think it's about pause time.
Oh.
Agreed.
All right.
All right,
This is first half.
we're gonna be right back after this. Oh wait, here we go.
Yes,
All right, we're back.
Is it on? Okay.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No, I'm putting it. I don't even care if we're eating. But this is what I wanted to talk about. Did you guys follow what happened with GameStop? Like
Just a little
couple weeks ago. It was a month ago now.
Like, yeah.
basic bitch level, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I asked my my dad about it.
So I'll tell you right now, this is what happened with GameStop. So basically, it was undervalued rightfully because that's a tanking company. It's a company that's going under. It's a bad company model. So naturally, the stock was getting low. When stock gets low like that, certain stockbroker type people, they can bet against the stock. They can basically come to the stock market and say, I bet that this stock is going to get even worse. It's
Yeah.
going to tank even worse
Someone
than
they
it is.
shorted it or whatever?
Exactly. They're shorting the stock.
Yeah.
Doesn't shorting stock cause potentially infinite loss?
Exactly.
Which is what ended up showing
Exactly.
up.
Yeah, you
No one ever
already
takes
know
advantage
more
of it.
about this than what you were letting on. So they have infinite losses that they could have got. So basically, what happened is all these redditors, these kids, they were like, "Listen, they've shorted this stock more than 100%. So they're in way over their heads. They're definitely betting on this to do worse. But if it does better than they thought, they're going to lose a shit ton of money, and we're going to gain a shit ton of money." So they convinced everybody on Reddit to just start buying up GameStop stock.
Which raised that shit up.
It raised that shit up, and all these fucking the hedge funds and stockbroker fucks,
Who knew it was going to go down?
they started losing millions of billions of dollars.
Dude.
It's evened out now, but
I heard AMC
really did even
AMC
out.
is recently like having a small surge as well.
yeah, AMC was
That's
another
kind of
one.
part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was the because the minute GameStop was doing its thing, like myself, I think a lot of people were wondering, hey, I'm not going to get in on this one. It seems like that bubble's already burst. I'm what's the next thing? Like, if this is what I'm looking for and this is a possibility, what's the next possibility that's going to go up, and when can I get in? I need to get in as soon as possible. Because if you got something that's $5 that goes up to something hundreds of dollars, like, dude, like it's incredibly substantial. If you put in 100 shares, you throw in $500 at a $5 stock, it gets up to even if it got to 50. That's 10 times your fucking investment right
Dude,
there.
Bitcoin's
Immediately.
at like $50,000 a share right now.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
and it was down for
I've
a while
got a little
too.
bit of Bitcoin.
Some guy offered to pay me
I'm going in
Bitcoin.
Tesla.
Some guy offered to pay me Bitcoin if I paid for his not vacation, but like for him on the trip. Whenever I went and saw System of a Down, he said he had a job opportunity with Bitcoin over in Puerto Rico. He used to have to go over there at the time, but he's like, "But I'll pay you in Bitcoin and give you 200 Bitcoin. This and stuff. Hey man, it could be something worth something someday." And I'm like, if it doesn't pay for my beer at the concert, then I can't take it. You know what I mean? Like, but
right now that's like
incredible. No, of course. Like, and I wish that I had gone on a fucking limb for this. But at the same time, I was like, this is some bullshit. I'm not going to get scammed into some
Well,
Bitcoin
it's different
thing.
from having the coins
you know?
versus also like having shares in the stock too. Like
Yes.
those are really separate.
That's true.
I kind of mix them up.
And that's
Shit,
something that's hard
if
to
you got one
distinguish
Bitcoin,
sometimes.
you got a shit ton of money
Yeah.
for sure. Shit, dude, I wish I would have jumped on Bitcoin a couple of years
I
ago.
work with an engineer who, man, it's so crazy. He's worked at this company for like a decade as an engineer, making, enough money to live on, for sure. He was a bachelor for a long time. He just got married here in the last couple of years. But he lives in a fifth wheel trailer that he doesn't have a truck. He'll go, like if he needs to move his trailer, he'll go rent a truck because it's cheaper. And 'cause everything makes sense in his mind, like every action he does makes sense. So he'll go rent a truck, drive his trailer wherever he needs to go, and then just live in the trailer. But the reason he did that was because at certain trailer parks, you had free electricity. It's an all bills paid sort of situation. So what he did was set up all these computers and start farming Bitcoins with free electricity.
Oh shit!
Right? And so he's living in this trailer. You look at him and you think, like, what's this guy doing, man? This is so crazy. Like, go buy a house like a normal person, But then it turns out, no, he's living in a trailer with free electricity, farming Bitcoins with algorithms and all these computers and shit that I assume he, wrote some of the stuff and is doing it, but I honestly know very little how it works. So, somehow or another, smarter than me, farming Bitcoins, living for fucking very cheap in a trailer, making all sorts of money for the future.
Well, what's funny is I don't even feel like it's even smarter than you. It's just that I think that people in those situations were introduced to this sort of thing at an early age. At a certain time, they knew someone that was into it, or they happened to talk to the right person and then found out that this was an opportunity. Kind of the same way that you were introduced to oil and gas, which has gotten you to where you are kind of right now, is just happened to knowing that person that it was involved in that, you saw success, you learned from them, and then tried to replicate it, And
100%.
And so, if some people just happen to have those connections at the beginning, and whenever you have that, you don't have to know about anything else. You can know about that one thing, and if it just happens to be a big money maker with a possible lottery ticket at the end, sure, those people can make a huge treasure off of something.
I mean,
that
I
they
don't know anything about it, but I watched a video the other day of a guy that he bought a plot of land for nothing, maybe a couple $1,000s.
Sure.
He put a whole bunch of storage units on it. He filled those storage units with computers that are just bare bones computers that all they're supposed to do is be able to access whatever they need to access to get a hold of the servers for cryptocurrency and Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency they're using. Maybe it's Ethereum, maybe it's Ripple, maybe it's Stellar Lumens, which I feel like is really taken off. And everyone should definitely buy a shit ton of Stellar Lumens. Not because I own 433 of them.
Brought
but
to you
because
by
it's a
Stellar
great
Lumens.
cryptocurrency.
What are they selling for?
Well, right now they're selling for less than 50 cents. So it's a
I'll buy
crypto.
400 of them then.
Yeah, it costs nothing. It costs and it's only on the up and up. At first I was just joking, trying to drum up, interest for Stellar Lumens. But honestly, since I've bought Stellar Lumens, the price has only gone up.
Sure, but only
And
up to 50
it's still-
cents. But there's a lot of fucking potential.
Well, yeah, it went up
cents.
to 50 cents from 5 cents when I bought it.
Yeah,
So
10x.
it's up 10 times what I bought it for. So, but it's still low enough to where people can get in on it. And even if it tanks, they're not going to lose much money.
I'll throw $200 in something like that any fucking day of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody go out and buy Stellar Lumens. Not for me, for you.
Let's get this thing going. You know?
Yeah. Let's
just a
get this
start.
thing going.
This is just a
Hey, you know what they did with Dogecoin? That
That's
coin.
so fucking stupid. I almost hate that Dogecoin even exists.
Yeah,
at this
I
point,
hate it too. But the reality remains that they were able to take this do-nothing meme coin that doesn't actually have any intrinsic value on its own, and they were able to just talk about it and turn it into something.
Well,
You know, at least Stellar Lumens does. I don't
It's
know
the same
exactly
exact
what
concept
they do.
as Bitcoin,
There's
but
a
it's called
concept there.
Dogecoin,
Yeah.
and it sucks. It's just crazy.
no, I don't know anything about that myself. Actually, I haven't heard anything.
It's the same thing as Bitcoin. There's 1,000 different cryptocurrencies,
Yeah.
and some of them do better than others, and it's all a gamble,
Mm.
basically. The point is to having a decentralized monetary system that's
Yeah.
outside of any government.
It's inflation
Sure.
proof.
Kind of. But
mean-
I on nothing's really.
Well, I would
feel
say
like-
it's inflation proof because the rate at which coins are produced is set. And it's agreed upon through the blockchain.
But why is it that we don't do that with our money then?
Oh, that's easy because people are trying to fuck us.
You put 2 fingers in there. That's not like a casual fuck either.
This is a dick. This is a cock. They're trying to fuck us.
This is what you have. This is what you think you have.
Yeah. And that's why things don't make sense because there are people that are benefiting from the way that it's set up, and they have interests in not changing it.
Sure.
See, I feel like we're not going to get even close to like some sort of a centralized currency until we can get to at least a goddamn centralized unit of measurement
Decentralized.
or decentral. Well, like an alternative.
In the same, they meant the same thing. They
To
said
where
decentralized.
it's not bound by countries or nations. It's a fund and it's a currency that works without borders.
like a global.
I'm just going to come out and
like
say
an
we
apple,
should move towards
know?
the metric system. Like we
down.
definitely
fucking
should.
100%.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah, that's
should.
the only real one.
Yeah.
Ours is just dog shit. But-
Besides, your dick's a lot bigger in millimeters.
Sure as hell is.
Promise you that much
Miller.
right now.
It's like
You
you
got
have
inches. That's a
you have
single digit.
14 what?
14,
Yeah, 14, man.
14 millimeters soft
Pretty fucking big.
in the cold. I'm thinking, what is it? 10 millimeters per centimeter, and it's like 3 centimeters per inch.
Oh, she'll keep you drunk. You watch out for her.
So you're looking at at 210 millimeters.
I need to get one of these. This isn't freaking me out.
Is that what we're looking at?
I don't want you to freak out, man.
Careful, Bubby. Careful.
Saw you were leaning to the left.
babe.
How about you lean to
You're
the
gonna,
right?
you're gonna start leaning to the right.
Lean
I
to
was
the right.
walking a little bit sideways, but you were walking sideways too.
She was walking sideways too.
It's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. We're walking up a hill. The whole world's sideways.
Yeah.
That's what skiing feels like, man. Going out to a mountain and skiing down it.
I've
When
never
you're
done
going-
that. You've gone skiing?
A couple times.
Dude,
Like,
we
I-
went skiing.
So yeah, we have
I'm
together
jealous.
out in Santa Fe. People from Utah will be like, "What the fuck you need you in New Mexico?" But it's just dog shit.
It's like, what did
Like-
you say?
I
What did
personally,
you just say about New Mexico?
yeah, no, it's great, and especially for somebody who's like a beginner type of thing. You know,
Yeah.
I enjoy going down the longest path, not the steepest path. I want to take
Yeah,
my
you wanna
time.
enjoy
and
your
float.
time.
I'm fucking literally floating down a goddamn mountain. It is majestic. Like, you've never gone. Santa Fe is probably the closest place that you could go other than Colorado. But Santa Fe is like kind of more affordable, probably.
Taos
You
is worth it,
drive
though.
out there in a day. Taos is big boy stuff, though. That was designed by some German dude, I think.
Well, they have the capabilities of the good stuff, but they also have 2 very easy trails that go to the left and the right of the entire area, and they're
Nice.
called the highway and like I-35 or some shit.
Nice.
And it's just chill. And as
Where-
you curve
where's
around
this in
corners,
Colorado and Denver?
so
mine's
both of
an
these are
Angel
in New
Fire.
Mexico.
Oh, he's
Taos,
talking Santa Fe.
Taos is
I would
a
have gotten
place
lost.
in New Mexico. And then you have Santa Fe, and then kind of north and a little west is Taos.
Yeah.
Both are really just great cities to go to and cool places to check out. They're full of art and really just great food. Fuck, the food's fantastic in Santa Fe. It's Maria's. It's one of the best goddamn restaurants you'll ever go to in your life.
good. Pasta.
Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then the Pink Adobe. There's a
Pink
fucking
Adobe.
bar across from the Pink Adobe, and there's a chandelier made of fucking monkeys, like out of wood, like swinging. It's just the
find
craziest
that in
goddamn
Oklahoma.
shit. And it's across from one of the oldest churches in the entire fucking country, set up by Spanish priests.
And you can look at it. It's a museum.
It's old. I don't want to fucking say a year because it looks dumb, but
But it's stained,
It is
stained
old.
glass,
Yeah.
like galore.
Yeah.
You know, if you like that shit, or like just go for it. Like
it's just a cool
easy.
place to be.
I mean,
you feel like you're in another
you're the
fucking
only
place,
person
man.
I've ever met that has convinced me to want to go to New Mexico.
I can't believe Land of Enchantment already. Like I think in the slogan just kind of
Yep.
already gets
Land
me.
of
Yep.
Enchantment?
That's
What's
what New
called,
Mexico
dude?
is called. That's
Man,
their slogan.
Oprah has a fucking house up there on this hill we're talking about.
Are you
On the
serious?
way up to the mountain, there's all these fucking places, and Oprah's got a goddamn
Well,
place
shit,
up
if
there.
Oprah lives there,
I'm saying.
Well,
I need
That's
to
what I'm
check this
saying.
place
if
out.
anything, even if you didn't give a shit about the awesome landscape and the incredible climate, the fact that they are by law required through legislation to create architecturally pueblos out of every goddamn building that is in existence there is a sight for sore eyes.
Like the Walmart has
Like-
Adobe across it. It's a
I just
low
imagine like the
top
governor
building.
of New Mexico is like a little tiny 89-year-old woman, and she's like,
No, it must be Pueblo.
make it pueblo, make it Pueblo.
they build some beautiful fucking building like the fucking amphitheater in Australia. She's like,
It look better if it's Pueblo.
Like it's some big skyscraper. She's like, make instead of one, make hundreds small.
You should make pyramid.
go
Aztec
from here
pyramid.
to here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Honestly, like just New Mexico is just it's just great. It has so much more than. I mean, Oklahoma has some hidden treasures, sure, and I'm not going to dog it, but having lived here, it's got a sense of like oldness that it's hard to shake off. So you got to at least go over a fucking state border to have a good time sometimes.
yeah.
And New Mexico and
Oklahoma does
Arkansas are
suck.
beautiful borderlines to have. Kansas, I'm not even going
This
to
is a
fucking
great
talk
place
about.
to live,
Fuck
though.
Kansas.
This is a great place to live.
Yeah.
It's cheap. There's not.
That's the
a lot
first thing
going
everyone
on.
says, and then they use that to think of other good things while they're
Hey,
sitting
hey,
there.
you stop making sense.
I'm drawing it out.
Stop
It
that
is
sense making.
cheap. It's also quiet.
Did I tell you about how I don't ever get bothered because nothing happens?
I can't get bothered by nothing. I've never seen it, not never.
I did. I live a quarter mile away from the worst block in Tulsa, and it gets boring.
You're like, only 2 gunshots tonight. Boring.
Wow. Yeah.
Still farther away than I live from it.
I heard an AR go off for about 2 minutes and never heard sirens, and so it was just pretty shitty. It's a pretty shitty night. That's the worst is when you hear gunshots and there aren't sirens coming.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
wondering
that's-
what happened. They're
What are you
like,
talking about? That's
someone got
all
the fuck
of
away.
gunshots.
Someone
That is
got the
all
fuck
of
away.
them. You know, I'll tell you, there was this one time we went on the river and she got drunk. And we were floating by, and she created tension between 2 camps of people, and she got a guy murdered.
Playing Survivor
Oh my
over
God.
here.
I don't know that for a
What?
fact, but I think she got a guy
Oh,
murdered.
wow.
Listen, we were on the Arkansas River. The year was 2023. No, that hasn't happened
You might
yet.
want to lie about it in case Cold Case Files tries to look this up.
They shut the fuck up!
We didn't do anything.
Her name's
The people
actually
that
Ashley.
murdered people were other people. I'm just saying she threw a match on gasoline.
It just happened to be gasoline there.
Listen, I wish for the life of me I wasn't fucking ripped myself and I can remember exactly what she said. I just remember what happened. But we're floating by, and for whatever reason, there was a discussion about the band Creed.
Oh God.
Was
It
love
was
Creed.
ICP, baby.
Oh, it was ICP. Creed,
damn
ICP.
I see an argument
Well,
happening from that
I mean,
for
a
sure.
little different, but yeah,
Yeah.
both are
Anyways,
contentious.
I don't,
No,
I don't
Creed's got
know
a good thing.
exactly what was going on, but it was it was a group of like 3 attractive young ladies in bathing suits and one kind of skinny guy, and then the other group of people was all dudes that like deadlift 400 pounds.
So the dudes liked Creed, right?
No.
There was no Creed
No.
was not involved.
It was the little. Listen, it
okay.
wasn't
So-
Creed. It was ICP, and it was the femboy that liked ICP, and all
Oh,
the
yeah.
jocks, all these
Yeah.
super fucking built dudes were like, that band sucks.
Yeah.
And then she said something to the effect of, ICP's awesome. And he goes, yeah. And the guys didn't know what that dude said when he said, yeah. So they turned around and they were like, what did you say? And Morgan was like, she said you're all bitches.
Yes.
Yeah, he said you're all fucking
And the match
bitches and you
is
can all
struck.
suck ICP's dick. And they were like, really? And he looked at our boat and it was like slow-mo, like that moment from the Passion of the Christ when Christ knew he got betrayed by Judas. And he was like, why?
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
So funny.
There was a voice in the background. And we floated past, and I was like, "Oh my God, honey, why'd you say that?" And it wasn't 5 minutes later, an ambulance
Yeah. Yeah.
on the side of the river drove right past
So
us.
you don't know for sure that it was there for that, but we could easily
I don't
assume,
know. Yeah.
Easily
This is
assume
safe
that.
to
You
assumption,
can
yeah.
ascertain that she
You know what?
killed somebody.
Consider it ascertained.
Guys, just don't like ICP.
That's fair.
Pretty simple to stay out of those hairy waters.
I liked one song. So when somebody's like ICP, I was like, oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I married a juggalo.
Jake.
Juggalette.
That's
okay.
right.
Juggalette.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know my terms.
I didn't,
Oh my
I didn't
God.
know that either.
Every time you say an ICP, I picture it saying in color programming. So it's like, I liked ICP, and everyone's like, no, fuck ICP. I like black and white.
Yeah.
You get more of the flavor.
Michael's like over here confused, like, why wouldn't anyone like color?
Oh my God, I understand. I thought we were okay with color now.
We're
It's
racist.
in 2021. Come on.
Oh my God. Have you guys almost ever got somebody killed?
Well,
I don't have to answer that.
I was at a party a long time ago. Probably like, it's honestly probably like 9 years ago. And we had gotten so messed up at this party, which was a ritual. Through like,
Was it a Jim Morrison?
it was like a whiskey chug night over at the Group 4's house. I was telling about the Group 4 before that. And so so a couple other people had shown up. It was probably like 7 people that showed up. And by the end of it, there was just about 5 people there. Wake up about 3:30 in the morning to a random like sound, something that can stir me from this amount of drunken slumber. It had to be pretty, substantial. I look over and this guy is like, looks like he is like leaned up back against the couch, but it's like a couch that's just short enough to where like it doesn't have the neck support. So like his neck is like completely backwards, and there's this vomit puking out of his mouth, and he's not moving forward, so it's just going out, and he's just like a freaking seizure, man. Crazy. Which
Listen,
I didn't realize. I forgot.
one
she was in
time
there.
when me and her first got together, I think it was year 1 or year 2 of our relationship, almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And it's just, you can tell you how old we are.
Okay.
We go to
Yes.
this Christmas party, and there's a girl that's there, and she's kind of fat. She's short. She's like a blonde chick. You know the type. She's just walking around all sassy and blonde and fat.
30% of the American population.
Yeah. And we're all just like hanging out, talking in the kitchen. Everyone's like casually drinking eggnog. And she comes in there and she's like, they fucking told me I'm not supposed to drink anymore. Like, fuck them. And like she gets like a goblet of fucking eggnog and she's like, and she's fucking getting eggnog everywhere. She's like, what the fuck later? I'm just kidding. I'm not a whore, but maybe.
Who wants to find out?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, this chick gets so fucked up. She eventually passes out on the couch. We convince her to sit down. She gets on the couch and she puts her face in like the crack of the couch. She's like in between the back cushion
Where
and
it
the
smells
seat
the
cushion,
best.
in the corner by
in
the
the
side
ass cheek.
rest.
Yeah.
She's in the corner by the side rest with her head, and she's just got her head shoved in that crack of the couch.
Waiting for her pink eye.
And everyone is like so thankful. We're so thankful that she has ran out of steam and she's finally like done. Or so we thought.
Oh my God.
It was about 10 or 15 minutes later. We're talking in the living room and she's over there and she starts going. She's in the couch and she's going, but.
God damn it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And we're
Some
like,
extra cushion on that couch.
I was like, we should go check on her. Like, is she okay? And so Ricky's girlfriend, she's the chick that lives there. She's like, hey, Caitlin, are you okay? And she's like, she's not moving. I was like, flip her over.
Flip her over.
And so she grabs her shoulder and she kind of pulls her up and flips her over out of the crack of that couch. And she is covered in vomit. Just vomit. Oh, so much eggnog vomit. I think she had like Kool-Aid earlier that day because it kind of was like pink.
Oh man,
Oh,
like
no.
Jello shot.
That's
pink,
blood
like,
because her
yeah.
liver can't process it.
Yeah, if you can imagine, it was like pink melted ice
Don't hit me on
cream
that. I don't know about
with
that.
pickle relish in it. And we're like, it was like pink melted ice cream shake with pickle relish in it. And that was like, she injected it into the couch.
Oh my god.
So it was under the cushions. Oh,
In
dude, it
the
was so
fibers,
bad.
deep down.
A new permanent
Here's
odor.
the kicker. So
She
we,
sounded like Norm Macdonald at the beginning, but then I don't feel like I can rightfully say that after.
Yeah, it's
Listen.
kind of messed up now.
so we devote like maybe 30 minutes to an hour to cleaning this couch and getting all the vomit off of it and like getting her to a different room
Cleaning
and
couches
getting her
fucking
clothes
sucks.
changed.
Yeah.
By this
Maybe the
time,
bathroom.
she has sobered up and now she's sober enough to be awake again. And she walks out into the front room and she goes, "It fucking stinks out here. Who fucking puked?"
Oh no.
And we're like, "Really, bitch?"
That's you
She's like, "Fucking, it's gross out here."
You don't
Dude.
like that slide.
I woke up at a hotel one time after a bachelor party, and there was a bunch of people all around, and I was like, "Oh man!" And like I was sleeping in the corner, and there were people fucking everywhere. Nobody was like fucking around or anything. It was just everyone crashed there. And I woke up and I was like, "Man, I feel okay. It's a good thing I didn't puke." And they go, "You didn't puke? Look over there!" And I look over, and there's a bucket and like shit
There's like four
everywhere.
people just like frozen, covered in your vomit.
Dude, he
There's
like,
nobody there.
he like tried to like arm wrestle a guy like twice as big as him and lost and shit. And then he
Which
like
time?
he like woke up cuddling him. Like
No. He was cuddling me, but it was okay.
I was the small spoon, I swear.
was the man that did the good job.
There
took one for the team, okay? It could've been either one of
felt
you.
my butthole and was like, "I'm good." Like nothing happened.
There's no way
Was
this
the
guy
first
isn't
thought.
packing. I'd know.
Holy shit! That was on Brian's wedding night.
Dude, we had just gone to attend a wedding inside of a cave in
Fucking
Arkansas.
Ozark T. I was a photographer.
We had lit candles throughout this cave, had it in a ceremony.
2 mile hike up to the cave.
Yeah, with babies on our backs and half bottles of Jacks
Like
in our stomachs.
baby child, like humans.
Like that was
Well, they
an
had a
actual
human,
person. Yeah.
We actually weren't carrying the babies. He was being facetious there, but we.
no,
like-
Ethan.
You
no,
carried children.
we had him on our backs.
I'm
I
confused.
don't remember that.
We traded him out with Brian because Brian couldn't do it all. Ethan even carried a fucking baby of one of his kids.
Oh, see, I totally forgot Ethan was even there. So
Yeah.
I'm not the reliable source on the story.
He tells me
Please
about it all the
continue.
time because that's like the one memory he has.
I
with,
remember
like,
we all
of
went
us.
back down to Kyle's Landing and fucking crashed in the car and took a nap for like an hour.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. They like knocked on the window. We like had a half a bottle of Jack drink by the time we got to the fucking.
We had the sombrero we were
mountains.
passing around, just like smoking and drinking and stuff.
I mean,
Just
being
like
kids.
only taking a hit while we're wearing the sombrero.
This
I mean,
was-
that was the point. You
This
passed
was-
the sombrero and the jet.
yeah.
yes. This was before I realized I was going to live past 27. So like,
Oh,
it,
okay.
there wasn't any sort of limit
You were
on
like
that.
carrying around a white lighter just in case.
No, yes, I would buy white lighters on purpose because I had heard that they were supposed to be bad luck, and I was like, well, at least if this, I have something to blame it on.
Yeah.
And if anything bad happens, oh shit, you get this happened. Oh my god, you said that. Oh god, you got DUI. Oh, this
Oh,
was a white lighter.
the dialer on the. There you go. It's
Thank
up all the way. There you
Cool.
go.
Sorry.
tight.
I was trying to figure
Oh,
out.
no, you're
what to
good.
do.
So
I've got.
You want to
I've
insert
got-
that tampon just a little lower.
See, I have no experience with that. I should have relied on you. Motherfucker.
You guys got it figured out.
Man, I'm starting to get faded, Holmes. Bro, Holmes, I'm getting faded.
He's dry, Mike. He's dry.
Dude, yeah, we had all kinds of
Hey,
terms back
did
in
you
the day.
did you guys?
Was I that guy in the group 4 you were talking about? Was that me you saved?
Which time?
The one you were talking about. We're not getting into other shit. You just said the story about how the guy was puking. Was that me?
Oh no, no, dude, this guy.
One time I
I've never
blacked
met
out
him
and puked.
again. Like I saved his life.
Yeah.
I woke up, pushed his head forward. He puked all over himself. Got done. His head went back. I went to bed. I woke up. He was gone. I never saw him again. But I saved his life.
could have been me, right?
He was red
Like
in the
a-
face. I haven't like he was bloodshot red in the face, like, but his eyes weren't
From
open
vomiting?
because he was like this.
I mean,
vomiting.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was just
Yeah, I
laying
remember.
down
Yeah.
bad.
No,
Yeah,
he was.
yeah.
So I pushed him forward
He was
and it
on
went-
heroin.
He said, "Well, no, then it definitely wasn't fucking me." But
No,
he
it
was
definitely
talking about
wasn't
somebody in the
you.
group 4 passing out.
No, it wasn't
He
in
was
the
at
group
a party
four.
with the group 4.
Yeah.
I was one of those 4, and
That's what
there
you
were
guys
times
called
where I passed
yourselves?
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
group
We couldn't say
four.
the Fantastic Four. Someone already took that.
So I have a group of 4. We call ourselves the Loop. Because there was
Nice.
one friend that thought he was in the loop, and he was like, I feel like I'm not in the loop. And then we all got together. And we were
And
like,
loop that bitch in.
Your introduction to the loop
He's
started with
looped,
your,
boy.
your use of
I
the
was
word.
like, the loop.
I think Michael came up with the group 4.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Think so.
Nate. I mean, should we do the name thing?
Sure. Well, you can do whatever you want. Like, I mean, yeah, we had 4 people that we were pretty close to back in the day, and we lived together. For
How
a
old were you
couple
guys?
months. 20, 21.
Not even
Just
21.
not even 21.
Dude, wasn't life so much crazier
'Cause I
when
was
you
in
were like
Oregon,
18
21.
to 25? When you were 18 to 25, at the beginning of that period, you were so fucking dumb.
Oh man, I had a kid when I was 22, so
Well, I had a kid when I was
You had to grow up a little quicker.
24,
Yeah.
so I was right there.
yeah,
See,
I had
so
to fucking
whenever-
wise up. And,
Whenever you guys had to wise up and stuff, like, just remember that
Yeah.
spot you were before you wised up, and just imagine going forward 5 years, and you literally have me in a nutshell.
Dude, if I
it's so
hadn't
crazy
had
because it's
some-
goddamn opposite of what it was. You know?
Yeah, dude.
It's like all about everybody else all of a sudden. You're like, all right.
I woke up on the floor the other day because I got so drunk. But I can do that.
Michael!
I can do that at my house. Like,
I mean,
who gives a
it
shit?
wasn't the middle
No,
of the
who
road.
gives a shit?
Dude, that's great.
Brush your teeth.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, dude. I had
She's
to
like,
grow up
that
quick.
guy woke up on the floor.
Cora! No, she doesn't. Go brush your teeth.
She's like, I've woken up in a pile of Legos before.
I fell asleep on the floor the other day
Now.
too.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I had to
not alone.
Yeah, having a kid makes you grow up quick. I can't imagine where I'd be if I hadn't had a kid. I
Same.
think I would be like at least 100 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
See, I've gained fucking more, like at least that. Not quite 100. It cut off
You
again.
probably gained like
I
10
keep
pounds
looking.
maybe since last time I saw you. Like maybe.
Yeah.
You're probably still like what 185.
No,
'Cause
I'm
I-
over 200 now.
Well,
for
I
the first time in
drink,
my life.
but I
Doesn't
don't
look
drink
like-
that much. But I feel like if I drank as much as like old no kid Tyler would have drank,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it
yeah,
ain't all whiskey,
I would have
mate,
had to have
but
packed
yeah.
it on.
You did.
know?
You remember me saying I buy the double bottles of wine.
Yeah. Oh, we do too. We do too. I mean, there's 2 of us though.
Well,
So
yeah.
it's double is a shaming for
Well,
you.
that's-
Sometimes there's 2 of us, too.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, if
I
I'm
mean,
gonna go,
listen, survey to the audience. Is it taboo and embarrassing to down a Magnum in one night between 2 people? I don't
two
think
people?
so.
No, that's like one bottle
Yeah,
each.
I don't think so.
And who would stop at a bottle if you had another one?
Are you doing
and
wine
sometimes we do
chugs?
2 Magnums
Are
a
you
night,
drinking it
so
from
that's
a
not bad
glass?
either.
That is
That's
impressive.
a Magnum a night.
That's impressive.
I've shotgunned 6 beers at one time before.
When?
Yeah.
Over
Are you
Julia's
pr-
house.
Are you proud of it?
Well, a little bit, yeah, because it was quite the feat. I mean,
Is this where you want to be when
immediately
Jesus
after
comes
doing
back?
it- No, immediately after doing it, I regretted it, and I was like, "That was dumb. My stomach hurts."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drinking a gallon of fucking milk.
You
No, I-
mentioned the whiskey chug earlier. Have
I got-
you
I got
ever
tricked.
elaborated on the whiskey chug?
I told him. I mean, it's not too scientific. It's just you pour what you would be okay
It's
with,
the
and
life
you double it.
ruiner. Yeah.
It's
Like-
called the Life Ruiner.
I
and
mean,
you chug how
no,
much?
like you know how like hindsight's 20/20.
yeah.
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 In hindsight 20/20, the whiskey chugs like it just ruins some people.
Well,
like they don't ever come back from
and
it.
it was
Yeah, I don't
it
think
was
anyone
required.
should chug whiskey.
well,
That's
I mean
bad
that's your like
move.
opinion, man.
Well, it's like,
It really tied the room together.
Dude, I mean, we would invite people over to the parties, and we would have this whiskey chug little ceremony, and they wouldn't know what the fuck was going on. It'd be like, "Hey, we're gonna have a drink. You want to join?" I'd be like, "Yeah." Okay, cool. And you start pouring the drinks, and if they weren't like, you'd have to pour their drinks first, because if they saw what you were pouring in everyone else's drink, and then it was coming to them, they would easily push their drink back.
Yeah.
Like, no, not that much. No. But
Yeah.
we would play probably about 4 shots in one drink.
At least.
And you would pound about 4 shots at one time, and then by the end of it,
You guys,
I mean,
so you were in college together, is where this was happening?
Well,
This
see,
is
we
just
went to
after
college
college.
together, but we didn't really know each other. We just were on the same floor. And then
Yeah.
the year after college, we came back, and No, this wasn't fucking like college stuff. This
No,
is
I
like,
wish it was college times. I was going
This
to
was
ROTC.
adult
I didn't even.
stuff.
I didn't
Like,
drink it all.
we're going
in
to work
college.
after that, motherfucker. We're all waking up and
shit.
trying to go work at fucking Italian Joe's.
Yeah, we were served. That was my one server job. Was working there, and
What was it called? It wasn't Italian Joe. Joe's Italian Grill.
Joe's Italian Grill.
Yeah. Bunch of fucking Albanians that ran
Albanian
it.
motherfuckers.
I'd
dude.
worked for an attorney, and so he was like, hey, you come out here, smoke a cigarette with me in my car. And so I fucking go out there. His name was Martin, but everybody called him fucking.
And you'd get out
Joe.
there and he'd give you a line of cocaine.
I wish I would have taken it back then.
I would have
But-
kept working there.
Yeah. No, instead he's like, these guys are suing me. And I was like, yeah, dude, it says here that you owe $9,000 in fucking napkin cleaning. Like, in getting the laundry done, you owe $9 fucking grand. He's like, yeah, fuck those guys. I'm not paying them. And it's like, well, then you're getting sued, asshole. Like,
Yeah, it's like, you got a service, pay for it.
I mean, like, how many fucking napkins do you have to wash for $9,000?
Dude, but
Crazy.
he was straight up like honestly, I almost wish that something in my life had happened to where I like had owed money to a loan shark or something or some sort
You
of gangster.
wish?
Well, just whilst
For this experience, right?
knowing him. Because if I had ever needed something on that level of like black market or off the grid, like alleyway fucking street shit, he was a motherfucker. And he could talk to the back kitchen like staff, and it sounded like he was giving like nuclear fucking orders. Like, what's that?
He sounded like Hitler.
Yeah, dude,
That's
straight
what
up.
you're saying.
And then all of a sudden he would say all these different things, and 2 minutes later a pizza would pop out. And, like, but it sounded like he was ordering the fucking execution of like an entire town.
He had this.
But-
In English, he was like, you put the pepperoni on the pizza and the cheese
You
and then
double
the
it.
peppers.
Dude, I mean seriously, the
He
guy
had,
was
like-
nuts.
He was so fucking crazy. This guy had like a Sicilian brother-in-law, man. He was this little short motherfucker. He looked just like my granddad, except with hair. Like fucking maybe 5 foot tall. Fucking this little scrawny dude.
Mustache
And he's
shit.
like, hey, we need to go to the salvage yard. I was like, salvage yard? What the fuck? And he's like, yeah, you take me? It's like, yeah, whatever, man. I don't care. Whatever. We'll go to the salvage yard. So we go out there. God damn it. He fucking fought with every single person you could think of. It's like you out there, you cut the part off, you take it off, you come in. He's like, no, that's how it's fucking work. And he's like screaming at the people in the salvage yard. And he's like, you asked me to bring you here. And you're going to fucking scream at everybody in front of me? But he liked me after that. No shit. If somebody would have fucked with us, those guys would whoop their fucking
Oh
ass.
my
God,
God.
they were so ready for you to say a goddamn word.
One day I came to work early and the guy was in the parking lot punching a squirrel. God knows what the squirrel did.
God knows. I need those nuts,
Snorted, God damn
motherfucker.
it.
That's hilarious, man.
Joe's Italian Grill, man. Joe's
that
Albanian motherfucking
That
grill.
made just enough money to buy pills and alcohol.
That was the first time in my life. So there was this dude who worked there. I won't say his name. He wasn't anybody knows. But he, I heard him on a call after work one time. That was my first time. This is the first girl I ever fucked that I worked with. That was like so many firsts at that place in like 3 months. But so that was the first time this kid said, hey, yeah, he was on a call after work. And he's like, I'll spend all my money. It's all, it doesn't matter. I'll spend everything I got tonight. It doesn't matter. And he was like addicted to Oxy, I guess. And he was like shooting that shit. I had no fucking idea. And I really liked the guy because like I knew him like personally before I knew all the shit that he was into and everything.
Have you ever done Oxy?
I've never shot anything up, but my father took like he's been disabled my whole life, and he's always had pain medicine, and I've taken some of his pain medicine over the years.
He's like, so what I'm trying to say is, yes, I still take Oxy.
No, goddamn it.
kidding.
A short story. I'm out right now, but talk to me on Thursday.
No, I've had Oxy one time when I was like 21.
Was it
And-
great?
Was that when my friend gave you Oxy?
Yeah, it was when your friend gave me Oxy. Ooh. I was so upset that when I woke up the next morning, he was already gone. And she was like, why are you so mad? I was like, well, I can see why people like Oxy. That's all I can think about this morning. I'd like to have more of that.
Call these fucking eggs.
And it took her like a day. It took her like a day to admit to me. She's like, yeah, I woke up before you, and me and him did more Oxy before you woke up. And I was like, you bitch.
She's like, oh, it sucks you don't have any. Oh my god, no.
But thankfully he left, and I never got a proper taste of doing it multiple times. I definitely got
really-
a proper taste of
Shit's
it
no
once.
good. Yeah.
I seriously
no
feel like
good.
the only reason I'm not
Yeah.
a cocaine addict is because I've never had a quality, like, reliable source. If
Yeah.
I was one of
You
those
just
people that
haven't
had
had
just
enough of
ran
it.
into that person,
Yeah.
I would not be here right now. I'd be slinging ass on the side of a fucking highway.
Eating so
Somebody
much
touch it.
ass.
Just give me the powder. Give me the powder.
I found a good guy. He gave me good quality shit. And then he called me one night and he was like, "Hey, can you come get me?" And I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm busy. Like, I can't come get you." And I found out he got hit and he was trying to cross I-44 and he got ran over. That was my cocaine dealer.
Fuck.
And
Was that-
I haven't done cocaine since.
Oh
but
my
yeah, like
God,
I would be
dude.
hopelessly addicted to
If
cocaine.
you had gotten there just in time, right after you got hit, you could have stolen all the coke from his pockets before the police got there. Like, what the?
See,
fuck?
that's what addiction is. Like,
Well, and that's
yeah,
just what
good
opportunity is. Like, that's what GameStop was.
Yeah, it's opportunity.
definition. Kinda
That was GameStop.
different high.
I don't think I've ever. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever robbed anybody for drugs. But
No, I haven't.
what
either.
we were saying earlier, Xanax absolutely turns you into a klepto. So there was a time I went to a party. I think I was like 19 or 20. And this girl was throwing a party at her townhouse. And you know what she was giving out as party favors as you entered the
Footballs.
house? Xanax. She gave Xanax to everybody as they came in. And would you guess what happened?
Was it football?
Like
Were,
nine
were they
people got
footballs
raped.
or were they gold bars?
So, this is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
This
That's
is
a big fucking
I'll tell
difference.
you. I'll tell you. No, this was actually weird. She had paper Xanax.
What?
Have you ever heard of that?
Oh fuck! Yeah, you heard of that shit?
Stuff.
I was
It
a
was-
pharmacy tech, and I never.
I think
heard
that was
of
acid.
No, it wasn't
Suboxone,
acid.
maybe,
It
but-
was because I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And she's
Yeah.
like, "It's Xanax. It's just a Xanax dust that's been applied to paper."
Oh
and
my
the
God.
paper, it looked like Xanax bars.
Yeah.
And I fucking ate it because I was young and dumb, and it worked exactly like Xanax.
I'd
If
ate it
anything,
too.
it was more powerful than traditional Xanax. And so I had a full bar's worth.
Did she give you a recipe?
Paper was. I don't know what the fuck
He
it
doesn't
was.
know. That's the point of the
I don't know
story.
where she got it.
They don't remember
But
nothing.
she
want
evidently
it
had
now,
enough
okay?
of it to where she gave it away for free to like 40 to 50 people that came into her townhouse for that party. And I remember I
I'm
went
glad
up-
she gave it away instead of doing it all herself. She
Yeah.
probably owned better off
She probably
'cause
owned
of
like
it.
4 or 5 cats too.
Yeah. Dude, I
They
went up
don't
to
even
her
remember.
weed room. Yeah, she had cats. Yeah, she had cats. She had 2 beautiful cats. Remember Ray?
Beautiful.
Oh, dude, I love
Those cat chicks give it away.
I'd go over there to buy weed, and the whole time I was waiting while she's
Lesbians
bagging up
here,
my
right?
weed, I'm just sitting there petting her cat, and I'm just like, this cat's amazing. It's such a fluffy cat. But anyways,
Hey, I love a girl with a fluffy
I
cat.
prefer the furriest kitties.
so the next day, I go to work with her, and I was like, hey, what's up, Olivia? And she was like, oh,
Oh,
fucking...
Olivia?
Yeah. And she's like,
Oh, wow.
nothing
You shit
much.
tu caga en la leche, brother.
She goes, nothing much. I'm pretty fucking pissed off. And I'm like, why? What happened? She's like, oh, well, that party I threw last night, basically everybody stole everything from my fucking house. I was like, what? And she goes, yeah.
Oh, no.
She goes, I'm missing all of my bongs, my $100 and $200 bongs. I'm missing all of them.
Oh, she had everything, too. She had like the fucking blow up.
Dude,
Percolator.
If you, yeah, exactly. The percolating bongs, everything you
Oh
can think
my
of. That
God.
girl was a collector. It was like she was treating them like Pokemon cards.
Just gave the shit away.
She had a weed room, and it was full of that type of shit. And so she's like, somebody stole my biggest steamroller. Somebody stole my fucking remote to my television.
Oh no way!
I'm getting to that.
That's a dirty fucking move.
That is dirty
That's
as
a
fuck.
dirty fucking
yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna look through that fucking couch. And you're
She's
gonna
like,
look under
somebody
that couch,
stole one of
you're
my
gonna look
couch
everywhere.
cushions. I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, I'm never going to throw a party ever again. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, well, you shouldn't have gave Xanax to everybody. What'd you expect?
You need better friends.
Listen, I go out to my car later that day, and I have to get into my glove box for something.
find a couch
open it up.
cushion?
I find her cat. No. I open my glove box up. and out rolls her largest, like,
Dildo.
15 foot,
Steamroller?
15 inch 15 inch steamroller. Her biggest grandiose fucking steamroller that she had. I'm like, oh my God.
How'd that
and
get
then in
there?
that moment, it flashed back to me like a fucking flood of memory. Then I remember being in the weed room. Olivia walked out, and then everyone else exited the weed room, and I was
stole the
in
shit,
there,
man.
barred out, and I took that steamroller and I shoved it up the sleeve of my shirt. And then I walked out and I was like, I don't feel so good. I'm leaving. I left and I got out of there. And so I'm remembering all that and I come back to reality and she's like, yeah, so everybody stole my shit. Can you believe that? And I was like,
Oh God, no way.
I was like, that's insane.
Weird, because I
Like-
found this steamroller in the back of my car.
Yeah, no, part of me wanted to tell her, but then I didn't because
Did
I
you
was like,
not?
she's going to blame me for
He
everything.
took me back to her house after that happened.
Oh no.
I don't remember ever taking you
Yes,
there.
you took me there.
That was
that's
the
what-
problem.
I don't remember it didn't happen.
That
Nope.
big vaporizer with the I'd never seen anything like it. Or, I don't know what it was, but like this huge bag.
Why don't you come sit down and be in the podcast?
But this huge bag, like filled up
Smoke
with
break in a
smoke.
second.
And we smoked that from her house. And this had to have been after that.
It's a tough conversation. to
Probably
have
was.
after.
No, I definitely took that from her before I knew you.
So do you still have the appliance?
No, I ended up having to smash it. Oh no! I traded it at college for a smaller pipe. Yeah.
Okay.
No comment.
I wanted to applaud you at one point in any part of that conversation, and I never got a chance to. I stole a steamroller and sold it to traded it for a smaller piece.
My fucking brother-in-law. Holy shit, dude.
I couldn't
hold
fit
on.
the steamroller in my pocket and go anywhere
No,
with it.
right? Of course not.
I was at my fucking in-laws' house, right? I have the, like, between my dad and my in-laws, I got the craziest fucking family a guy can imagine. And this motherfucker was telling me
Got some cool peeps.
that he fucking stole this car, right? And he fucking stole it and he was driving around for like a month and he thought, yeah, this shit's getting hot. I better get fucking rid of it. And he talks kind of like this and he goes when he's talking too. So I'm not
He
going to do
also
that for
did
your
that.
guys' sake. But he, not anymore. He's straight-laced. But
Hey.
anyhow.
I called it.
Now they just call it math.
Yeah, now he does math.
All he does is math now.
He's like, hold on, I gotta go out to my El Camino and do an equation.
No, so this motherfucker goes, I stole this car and I thought it was time to get rid of it. So I took it up to North Tulsa to this fucking, I knew there was a street where all these fucking black people, they walked up and down it all the time. And I fucking took it there and it had a full tank of gas and I pulled it up and I fucking parked it and I rolled the windows down and I fucking left it running and I stepped out and I fucking walked away. And then next couple days, it was 2 days later, I'd been hanging out with all these fucking people, bumming a ride here and there. And then I got to a point where I couldn't fucking go anywhere and I needed to ride again. So I told this girl who I'd been staying with, hey, take me over here. I think I got a car. I can get into. And so he fucking goes back. No shit. That fucking car was still sitting there. 2 days later, still fucking running. Those fucking black people who he thought were not gonna fucking steal his car, they were like, hell fucking nah, this is a setup. Hell no.
That car's running already.
Yeah, it's a fucking trap. It's a trap. So he fucking looked. He said, looked around both fucking sides.
It's a trap!
It's a trap.
It's a trap!
Fucking looked around, got in the car, took the fuck off, and then he said he drove it right up to a crusher. It was like a brand new. I can't remember what he said. Brand new car though, 2 years old maybe tops. Drove it up, pulled up to the crusher. Said, hey, you give me $200 for this? They said, yes, sir, drive it in. And he fucking drove it right into the spot where they fucking crushed the car and everything. Drove in, got out, and
I'd pay
fucking
to
left
see
the keys
that.
in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Took $200 bills, fucking bounced.
You can actually
Brand
pay.
new $30,000 car. Like,
Damn. I was just saying you
Let me
pay,
tell you
$200.
about my meth head uncle.
you pay $3.99 to watch it on Gone in 60 Seconds on Amazon Prime.
Dude, meth heads are funny.
By the way, Bezos, looking at you for some sponsorship.
Hey, I use Amazon for everything.
He said he
fucked
said he
up
was
this
stepping
video,
down from
okay?
Amazon.
Can
So
you, like,
Oh, he's already stepped down.
can I not be in the video? Maybe just my voice.
Oh no! Fuck that! If I'm in the video, you
we're
need
gonna
to
get
be-
10
Get
times.
the hell
You
out
got a
of here!
beard. You got a beard.
We'll
I
get
don't
10
give a
times.
shit.
beard works.
We'll get 10
I got a
times the
bald
viewers.
spot.
Honey, listen.
come on now.
Yeah, we get 10 times the viewers if you just show us those hangers. Come on.
Well, no. You get 10 times the thing just on your face.
Yeah.
But you know, if you want 100 times, you can talk to him about other things you can do.
just be
Yeah.
part of the crew.
It's just the face,
Cheers.
the beautiful
Cheers.
face.
Baby's out.
Cheers.
Your poor little beer. It's completely empty.
Yeah, I wish that was only said about my beer.
Just like me.
Morgan would never say that.
You're right.
Did you guys hear about little Uzi Vert got a $24 million diamond implanted into his forehead? And now he looks like Vision from WandaVision.
Yeah, you can't say from WandaVision.
Well,
From Endgame.
Two division.
from
Marvel
Disney.
Avengers.
Disney has brought
Why do you
us.
look so good in the video and I look...
Honey, quit looking at it. Just
Oh
don't worry.
wow.
I think that helped though. I
No,
think
yeah, no.
it definitely helped.
It actually, I didn't think it could get better, but it did just a little bit. Yeah, right there with the hair. It's good. It's real good. I think
I
that
thought that he sounded like Corey, and Corey is like, damn headset. I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
Nothing's going on. It's
Why did
recording.
Corey say your damn headset?
well,
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't he remind you of Corey?
No.
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 There's more beer in the fridge.
oh, you got more time? Hang out?
Right?
Oh yeah.
They
Oh.
need cigarettes. Cigarettes.
All right.
Don't think I can talk anymore.
Now a word from our sponsors over
There you go.
at Marlboro.
I could have done that a lot smoother.
Hey, I actually called Paul Mall. They have a phone number on the inside of their carton. I figured that no one usually would do that. So the fact that I even saw it after having smoked it for years and just saw it the other day, I felt like was already kind of proof that people don't do that shit. So I called them up.
They sent you coupons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Into
They
that.
do that.
You know who I talked to is a beautiful lady. Oh my God. I talked to her for about
Fucking
30 fucking minutes
Was
straight.
it- was
Her
it
name was
Sandra?
Felipa Morris.
No. Yeah, right. Felipe Morris. No, I talked to her for a good solid 30 minutes as we went through this small questionnaire that I guess you run into being a first-time caller for a tobacco company. And sure enough,
Are you from the news?
she goes, like, so what all did you hope to get out of the cigarettes, and did you accomplish that? And I was like, well, I didn't hope for much more than just like a quick nicotine high. I'm sure I'm going to get cancer, and I don't have it yet, but it's on its way. So is there anything else you can give me? she goes, oh, sir, well, this. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. Just, can you give me more free cigarettes?
She's like, oh, bro, you got it.
I've been smoking your shit for the past like 5 years. Can you just give me some free shit? Can you do
I
that?
was gonna say, how long have y'all two been smoking? Because it hasn't been that long. Yeah.
I've been smoking. Well, it'll actually. I told myself I'd quit at 30, and
Okay.
I started at 20.
Okay.
How
So
old
it's
are you
about
now?
at
Do you like
29.
20
It's 9 years
yeah,
now.
9 years. Okay.
I think once you get to
Okay.
that double digit, you start thinking about a little double more.
He
you
smoked
know.
for what? 12 years?
10 years.
Yeah, I smoked for 10 years.
15 to 25.
I'm hoping to get a 10 year myself.
I smoked from
Yeah.
17 to 27. So.
Okay, yeah, I see you feel
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I had my first cigarette when I was 12.
This guy's a different
Ew, you're a
story,
lifer,
yeah.
bro.
So good.
You missed the noise, though.
was
It was
perfect.
like, wah, wah, wah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Wow, perfect timing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just a
I've
button
been
you push?
waiting.
Wow.
I've been
Thanks for
waiting.
the shame, dog.
Yeah.
Cool.
I figured he was
My
gonna
other
wait till
one
I
I've
started
been
talking about the size of my
waiting
dick. He'd be like,
I don't.
I made a joke earlier that would have
But Morgan smokes too, yeah?
I don't know
Occasionally,
what
yeah.
opportunity to use this one.
He quit.
Zippity zoop
Quit
zoop
3
zip.
months before me. And he was
Good.
just like, I haven't smoked any.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, gross. And I just kept smoking. And then
Yeah,
months
yeah.
went by and I was like, I'm dirty.
See, the thing is, like, you know it's right. So when people, like, when you know they're right and they act shitty, if you get mad at them for being shitty, when you already know that they're right, like that shit's on you at that point. Almost.
Yeah.
You
No,
know? You gotta kind of flip it around. A little
I
bit.
feel-
I don't get on to people.
How old are
quit
you?
when you're ready.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So you
it's,
have you guys both set your date as when you're 30 you'll quit?
I
He
told my-
hasn't said a date.
I told
He
myself.
has.
I told myself.
He's
a
not
solid
gonna
10
quit.
years.
How long have you smoked, Spencer?
I mean, I had my first
15 years.
12.
At
15.
12. So you've been smoking since
But
12.
but I
He's a
gotta
lifer.
say, like, I don't think that he's like a pack a day guy. He's like a half a
17
pack like every other day kind of guy. You know, like he'll probably go through like 2 packs and it takes him over a week.
Yeah.
Because he's not smoking them constantly. Some people have to go outside to smoke a cigarette every 10 minutes of the entire day. Some
There
people
was a
drink
long
and they have to
time
go
where I
out,
never
like-
bought cigarettes. I just bummed ones off Michael.
Well,
that was like a
so
year.
Here's
What a
the
great
ultimate
idea that
thing.
was.
This is what gets people to think about
I saved
quitting.
a lot of money just smoking Michael cigarettes.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't smoke anymore.
Every time we went outside, he's like,
I
"Hey, you
only
want to
smoked
bum
at
one?"
work, though.
Yeah, that's when
I
you're a
had 2 to
beginner
3 at
smoker.
work.
Hey, that's good though. You only smoke at work.
It was
Yeah,
2 to
no.
3 with Michael at work, and it was when we were hanging out. Like, man, when you're working in the office,
And then
it's
you
different.
found out, you're like, I can buy these?
Yeah, well, I already went through that phase, but yeah.
He was in denial, saying he wasn't smoking as many
Have
cigarettes.
you
He
guys
just smoked
ever-
as many as me.
I
He
can
just smoking
always
my
talk when I
cigarettes.
drink.
Michael's like,
I'm
are you sure you know that
drinking
I'm
more.
even smoking, motherfucker?
Yeah.
That's me.
Have you ever felt like the smoking has taken like a physical toll on you, like your ability to breathe?
Well, the thing is
When you get sick, I feel that way.
Anytime-
But also, I feel like I'm just, oh shit, I'm sick.
anytime anything happens with my lungs, I immediately say it's because of smoke.
Yeah.
It's now like I could have actually have had pneumonia and had problems and having never smoked and have some be like, oh well, it was just pneumonia.
It's like
but
any
now
upper
since I have
respiratory
smoked,
infection you get,
that's what it is every
oh,
time.
man, it's because I smoke. I'm an
Yeah.
asshole. I fucking deserve this.
Yeah.
Like,
This
dog
one
shit.
though, he
Immediately.
hasn't smoked in a while, and he still has like. I feel like you.
Yeah. So I quit smoking when I was 25 because I was worried that like I had done damage, and I was like, oh no, I'm feeling like it's hard to breathe.
Yeah.
So I quit smoking.
M-O-M.
But it's been 5 years, and I don't even really
all in there, man.
partake in much of the mail checking. But
The what? What'd you say?
like we
we
call
call
it
it-
checking the mail.
Yeah, we have a daughter, so it's.
Oh wow.
So we call pot smoking.
I'd say hitting the chong.
Well, I don't. Yeah, but you have to use words that if
No,
she
yeah.
repeats them, they sound benign.
I just go.
and that doesn't sound benign.
Yeah, the
Hitting
best
the
way to do it
chong.
is just to go. Call. Call.
Yeah, those are. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
birds. We were weed birds back in the day.
I still do it. I do it at home. I'm like, Morgan, call. She's like, yeah,
Caw.
Call.
Like a caw.
That's exactly right.
Let's go bird
We used-
watching.
Whenever we were at the fucking group 4, right? There'd be like 20 people at the house, and we'd be trying to fucking not smoke all of the pot with everybody else. So we'd like
Call.
one person would walk through the room and they'd go, call, and
you'd
then just
follow
keep
that
walking,
person.
like don't say anything else. And all of a sudden, 2 people would stand up in the room and fucking follow them to the bathroom, and they'd be locked in the bathroom for like 10 minutes smoking
Dude,
pot.
I remember feeling so
smart.
fucking clever when that would work.
I know.
Like you'd walk through the party, yell call, and literally the only 4 people that would follow you in there were the 4 people you wanted to because you had fucking discussed this, and it was just like call, and all of a sudden, robots just going straight to the bathroom.
Like I don't want to miss out.
It's like, oh yeah, we're smoking, and I don't have to be in a crowded fucking room. Awesome, let's go.
Sharing it
You
with
know?
fucking everybody who's like trying to suck the goddamn tits out of it.
Dude, yeah, because I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we would have the parties, but we'd also bring the shit for the
You were
parties.
so generous with
Like,
everything too, man. Like I was always. I knew I was broke, and I wasn't gonna fucking waste all my money on everybody else. Always knew I was broke, so like if I ever bought pot, it was like for me and my homies.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for the fucking crowd ever. Michael, on the other hand, every single time he bought a fucking eighth one time and had me roll the entire eighth into a giant fucking.
It's called a
hog
King
leg.
Todd.
It was called a King Todd.
King
The
Todd.
king dog.
Our middle
And-
names are Todd, and so like whenever
Both?
yeah, TODD, both of them had double D's too.
I always thought your name was Michael Todd. So your last name is Stephanopoulos?
Well, I wish it
He's
was.
not George.
I wish it was Stephanopoulos. Oh my god, I could literally just like
Ride
off the
those
back of that guy.
coattails.
Yeah,
Sorry,
easy.
Morgan. Didn't mean to yell that loud.
Oh, no, our kid is in there watching Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Oh shit! Right
bang.
on. I'm glad that she's learning some of the older stuff too. You know?
You guys want to go smoke your cigarettes?
Zippity zoop
That's
zoop.
what she
Yeah, we probably should. You know, I think it's interesting time.
Yeah, let's take a little
Nick of
break.
time.
And now a word from
cannot say
Philip
that.
I said
Morris.
Nick. Wow. I I feel like Chris Tucker right now. Jesus.
Oh shit, we're still recording.
Oh, it's been recording the whole time?
I thought I paused it.
So we're at an hour and 47 with all
Yeah,
that
with
last,
all
like,
of
15 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
guess
thought it was
so.
getting close to like 2 hours. I told him, I was like, man, you come over, like, time's going to fly a bit whenever you're on the podcast. Like, the first 15 minutes will be kind of slow. But then after that, it'll hit 2 hours so quickly, and then all of a sudden you're sitting at 3, and you're like, "Well, you should probably call this a thing."
Yeah.
Like, I'm out of beer. I'm obviously gonna probably be a little tipsy here.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know how it happens, but when you do a podcast, yeah, just exactly like you said, first 15 minutes it kind of
like
takes
acid,
a little
man.
bit, and then, oh, dude, did I ever tell you about the one time I took acid?
You only taken it once?
Well, I only really felt it once. I took
All
it
right.
twice.
Yeah.
So the first time I took it, it didn't really do much. I took one hit.
Where were you at?
I was here, and
You were in this house?
yeah. It was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah,
And
I can see this being all right.
well, I mean, it's comfy, it's comfortable.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know what to expect.
This is a very comfortable space. The only thing I think of is whenever I was tripping acid,
Yeah.
like you saw my last apartment before, like we had shit all over the walls and stuff, like all the posters. And
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Like that, just having everything to look at is all I. If I'm gonna trip at home, that's all I need. Just shit that can like move around and shit. So like I can see this picture behind you with the dead like everything. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying dead too is like the first thing to describe it. Like it's a great painting, you know.
Yeah.
But like maybe the clock or something could look kind of cool or something, you know, with a mixture. Like what was it that
Yeah.
stood out to you?
So we were basically having a movie night. So
you
the
watched
first
the
time,
movies.
well, I should tell you, the first time I took it, I basically just went out into the garage, got on my phone and talked to my friend from California for about an hour and a half or 2 hours, and I didn't really feel anything. I didn't hallucinate. I didn't feel special. The only thing that really happened is after about 2 hours, my feet felt funny. That was it. My legs
interesting,
and my
man.
feet felt funny. That was off one hit of acid. So, listen. So 2 nights later, we had a babysitter. Listen,
didn't you?
yeah, 2 nights later, I had a babysitter. It was just me and Morgan hanging out, having a movie night, and I thought to myself, all right, well, I'm going to go take the rest of that acid. And I've already taken one hit, and all it did was make my feet feel funny. So I think I can handle double of that.
Easy.
I had made a dramatic mistake.
Calculation.
It's not an addition type of problem when you're dealing with that. It's more of like a multiplication of 10 or some
Definitely
shit.
a multiplication. Like,
And it fucking multiplied quite a bit.
I love your thought process on it too, because like that's what you would think of any other drug. You know what I mean? Like you take one hit of weed, you're like, oh hey, if I take 2 hits, I'll probably be double stoned.
Yeah,
a little
that's
bit.
double of that.
Sure,
No.
yeah. If I do 1 line of cocaine, it's one thing. If I take 2 lines, I'll be super jazzed.
But when you do 2 hits of acid, it's like doing 500 hits of the first hit.
yes, and you have no idea. You have no idea it happening until it happens.
And right now, some deadhead is listening to me like in a fucking Stephen
Just
Hawking
2?
chair, going like, "What a bitch."
I take 14 in the
know?
morning.
But I took that second hit and listen. I came out here and she had the movie queued up. We were going to watch Dr. Doolittle. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Dr. Doolittle. It was Detective Gadget.
Oh, Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, Inspector
Matthew
Gadget.
Broderick, the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so I came in here and I sat down and it wasn't 5 minutes later when I took acid. It wasn't 5 minutes later. I was like, I am feeling every bit of what I felt the other night all right now, way quicker than I thought I would feel it. And I feel it not just in my feet, but now over my entire body.
Yep.
And she goes, "Are you going to be okay?" And I was like,
We're gonna find
Spaced
out.
it. I'm
We
sorry.
will
I
see.
pulled him away.
and it only intensified and got more and more intense. And so I went to the bedroom. And at the time, we had a projector set up to where we had the entire big wall in our bedroom was one projection screen.
no.
So I started trying to watch The
You guys don't even
Simpsons.
know. Our bedroom is huge, and this projector screen is like.
Yeah. It was like it's an 8 feet tall screen by like 16 feet. It was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm
ready for
watching
it
The
all.
Simpsons on this, and I was like, turn it off. It's too intense. And she goes, what do you want to watch? I was like, put The Office on. I thought The
God.
Office, I thought The Office was going to be
so
boring
bad,
and benign enough. And I'm telling you, this acid, it was making the faces of the people in the office go from young to old to young to old to young to old, like 20 to 80 to 20 to 80. And I was like, oh, I'm freaking out. I can't watch this. And so I run out of the room and I go into the bathroom. I flip the light on. I splash water on my face. I look at myself and I went 100 years old, 20 years old, 100 years old, 20 years old. And I was like,
do well.
Yeah.
and so Morgan's trying to calm me down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in the thralls of this. I'm seeing colors that don't exist and shit. And I was like, how much of this do I have left? How many hours have gone
It's been
by?
45 minutes.
15, bro.
She
Right?
said,
Yeah.
she goes, honey,
Yeah.
you're going to need to get a grip because you're only about 30 minutes deep
You're
into
going to be
this.
peaking in about 3 hours.
I've only really done acid one time. And it
I've
was-
never done it. I will not do it, especially after his little stupid trip.
It's pretty fun if you do it, you know.
It
nice
was
little
my
environment.
25th birthday. I wanted to do it in like the woods, and so I went with my brother out to Mark Twain National Forest out in Missouri. And I think it was Mark Twain. Maybe it was something different. I might be getting the names mixed up. But we went out in Missouri to the southern part of Missouri. We went out and we pulled up into the parking lot, and I took 2 hits of it, and then we started walking down. And we walked for like an hour or two, and I remember it was all downhill, and we finally got to the point where I started like it really set in, and I had my phone in my hand, and we came to like a little creek, and there was a fucking centipede that was like a foot long. It was the longest fucking, and I pulled my phone out and I videoed it, and I looked at my brother and
fuck
I said,
that.
"Listen, I don't want to sleep here. Like, I don't want to stay right
Listen,
here.
I don't
Let's
want to
go
go.
back.
I don't want to fall unconscious here.
Let's go back." So we went like halfway back up, and I just remember I was literally bouncing between, I was either laying in the tent talking to my brother, like in the middle of a conversation, and then all of a sudden I would be sitting by the fire looking at the stars. And then all of a sudden I'd be sitting by the fire on like another spot looking at my brother talking to him. And then I was back in the tent halfway through the conversation that he was having. Like he was still talking, and then I was just like you were saying, old young, but it was like bouncing from this spot to this spot
time
to this
jumping.
spot. And
You were time looping?
I
Whoa.
dissolved.
Which I've only ever experienced in the worst drunk
How much did you take?
blackouts.
I took 2 hits after never really ever having done it before, and the point was like I tried to spend time alone. Like my brother was there, and John we trust is what I kept saying.
What's this?
But I wanted to have him as a safety net, but I wanted to fucking swing on the what's it called, the trapeze or something.
Oh,
shit.
trapeze.
Trapeze. I wanted to do that myself.
too.
I wanted to be out in the woods alone.
I had a wine glass.
And see what the shit could show me, but I wanted to make sure he was there so I didn't get lost or something, you know, which was good because I would have gotten lost.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but I remember it was terrible. One of the worst things in the world was the sound of the bugs. If you're ever gonna do something like that, do not do it at night in the woods because the bugs literally make you go insane. They go for like 12 fucking hours.
no.
So like you can't turn them off. There's nothing. You
It's
just
like a basketball buzzer constantly going off.
you literally go insane.
Yeah. When you're on acid, your senses are heightened to where you can hear everything.
I
It's
woke
not
up
only
the
that
next
you
day
hear it,
and I
you
said,
feel
like,
it.
I'm so glad it brought me back. And then I
Yeah.
cracked open a bottle of red
No,
wine.
no.
and
When
shoved
you're in
it.
the thralls of a trip, all you can think is, "Oh dear God, I hope my brain goes back to normal."
So
Yeah.
that,
I mean,
I've never done it again since because I thought like,
This
thank
is
you for bringing
awful.
me back. I want to stay back.
Yeah.
I don't want to get lost out there because you could.
Well, just
Like, there's room. There's so much fucking room out there to get lost in. Like you don't want to get lost in that shit.
That's a good way of
there's a lot
putting
of
it.
stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And what's funny is that you were like, it's metaphoric, but at the same time, it's literally a forest, and like you could get lost.
Yeah.
It's literal
I
and
would've-
metaphoric.
I was
Yeah.
sitting. I sat down and said, JP!
Listen, I was playing with Play-Doh, looking at Morgan like about in tears because I was like, I'm gonna be tarded forever.
will ever come back. No, I tripped with some people, and one of them like said that like we'd had the lights off,
Are you gonna sit down
and
again?
we had
I
like
gotta go pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, hey, we're about to end the podcast,
yeah.
so let's go ahead and just end it.
let's just do it right here. Yeah.
All right. Hey, thank you for watching Space Junk. I appreciate your time and love your face. If you want to see more of Space Junk, just come back here. Just keep checking every day. I don't know when I'm going to upload another episode. I'm not in charge of that. So, hey, this has been Michael.
Yes, sir.
This has been Spencer. And good old Tyler.
Bye-bye.
Catch you next time. Try not to cut any fucking fingers off. See ya.
Cool. Sorry, dude. My lady texted me and told me I'm gonna give him soon.
Yeah.
I believe it. Morgans are like that.